All right, heading to go live. Grabbing my tea. Don't bark at strangers. Oh, God. Hello. Hello, hello. All right, heading to go live. Grabbing. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Bavarat's here. Everyone's here. Dude, it's like Smash Ultimate. Everybody's here. What do we got today? What do we got? We have a new player tournament with 28 signups. I don't know how many checked in. Let's figure out. 3, 5, 8, 11, 16, and 21. So 21 checked in. That is the biggest new player tournament I've ever hosted. So we got to get this shit rolling. We can't be here all day. We got to do what? 21 people? That means we get 2 tournament favorites and a dark horse. Now, I was 100% correct last tournament I cast. I honestly forget what tournament it was. It might have been ODM. It might have been something else. It might have been BBB. I don't remember. I don't remember why I cast anything. But I know Blood Penguin got to the end versus me. It was great. I kicked his ass. And by that, I mean I lost 1-2. But I did predict that he would win. So I am a big winner man. And it's time to predict yet again. I am going to go with... my tournament favorites are going to be Alexander, Master of the Undead Arts. We've seen him in a couple new player tournaments recently. He's been doing rather well, so I think today is his day. He's going to take it all. Then we'll also go with Losaurus. He's been grinding out a bunch. Time for him to put his practice to the test. And then I will go with... I bet on Longboy a lot, but he's had his time. I can't always bet on Longboy, so for my dark horse candidate, I will go with Longboy! It's fucking Longboy. He is so long. I don't know how you could ever fight somebody so long. Like, what are you gonna do? Try and block something? Wrong. It's long enough to just go around your shield, hit you in the side. Easy. Longboy with the dub. Sound good? Sounds good, everybody? Cool. We are here with Longboy and Rainy Frog. I have not had the pleasure of casting either of these two, which is one of the fun things of a new player tournament. Get to see different people. And usually some different builds, some different factions, because you don't get as much of the meta in new player tournaments, usually just because new players, by just like how life works, they don't tend to have complete faction range, like they can't play any faction in the game. So they usually stick to what they just prefer. Usually. I mean, you'll get some meta stuff, but I'd say like 7 out of 10 people playing this tournament are just going to play whatever the fuck they feel like and see how it goes. Now, before I get caught up with chat, I do have to do this little intro every single time because I still get comments about dumb things. You are watching a new player tournament. These are new players. They might make mistakes, and that is fine, but if your entire analysis is, if this player would have won if he did that, super. Probably not the best commentary. Might make them feel bad, right? So if you have criticisms, that is fine, but layer it in compliments like you would talking to somebody in a voice chat. Don't just be a dick in YouTube comments for no reason. The analysis, just play better, is not as helpful as you would think. Dr. Nerd, I have a concert in like 30 minutes. Would have loved to play, though. Are you going to the concert, or are you playing in the concert? Also, hey, Bavarat. Milk for the cornflakes? I think you're implying that you're hoping for Minotaurs. How many SE are allowed for? Boojilicious is on top of it. How many wins of Magic does it take to cast a tournament? About 85. Sakura, how you doing? Love Dark Elves vs. Lizardmen. Got a legit build for it, even 0 gold spend. Alright, alright, alright. He's jinxing any shot they have. It's true, dude. I suck. I suck. How do you know who's player 1, player 2? Top is player 1. Will be fun? Hell yeah, dude. I hope you do great. We do have Dark Elves versus Skaven right off the bat. And I like these builds. I like these builds. These are good. All hate versus Dowie is allowed. So when do we know when our match starts? Are you casting one game at a time, or are some people be playing simultaneously? Wyatt, you play simultaneously. You just roll right through, and I'll cast what games I end up casting, and I will get one of the semifinals and one of the finals, obviously. So I cast as games are available to me, but no, don't wait for me. People got shit to do, and that would take way too long. So you just roll right through it, buddy. And if you don't end up on stream today, 1, I'm sorry. 2, we do have a Replays for Human chat, where if you have any particularly close games, whether it's in Quick Battles or in Vermin League or anywhere, you can submit those, and I cast ones that I find particularly good and interesting. So that's another way to get on stream. Or you can just keep participating in these new player type events. And I tend to, when the stream starts, I tend to look for people I haven't seen before, like this one. I haven't cast either of these two players, so I went and asked them, can I cast your game because I haven't seen you? So yeah, we do our best, but casting every single game of every single person would make everybody wait for me forever, and that's just not gonna, it's not good. So you go ahead and play. If I catch you, I catch you. Otherwise, we'll find you when we can. I have some delicious caffeinated tea that I desperately need in my veins, but it is too hot, and it's 87 degrees here, so I don't really want a super hot beverage. I would play, but you have other plans, unfortunately, Dragonborn. That's okay, man. We try to be here every week. Every week we try to do a new player tournament. Try. Keyword. Try. XMT Dragonborn and DBD Dragonborn. What the fuck? Too late for a new player to join? Oh, no. I'm sorry, Corn Maze. But, like I have been saying, you can join our Discord and get notifications of whenever there will be more tournaments like this. This is not a one-off. We will do it many times, for it seems quite popular. Bavarat, you're scared of Stead? You got this, buddy. Hey, real human being, how you doing? Army's mostly set up, so I will now start talking about them. For Rainy Frog, we have 2 Feral Manticores plus a Black Dragon Lord Caster with Shoal Stealer. We have some Dark Riders with shields, 1 Coldwind Knight, Sisters of Slaughter paired with Witch Elves in the backline. Versus Skaven, it is kind of weird to think about, but since Warhammer 2, the Naked Lady Rush has actually been pretty good versus Skaven, which is strange to think about again because you think of Warp Fire Throwers, you think of Globes, you think of them killing lots of infantry, but I don't know. The Sisters seem strangely persistent, tanky. They'll just keep coming at you. Aside from that, Dread Spears, Bleak Swords across the front line, we do have the Crows of Cain for a little bit of flying dog type pressure. Overall, pretty solid Dark Elf build. Rush the Skaven, tear out them, do good work. On the other side, for Longboy, you have Icket Claw, Flensing Ruin, Howling Warp Gale, Warp Lightning, Storm Demon, Unlimited Power, and Brass Orb. That is one stacked as fuck Icket Claw, and he is on his Doom Wheel. We have some Night Runners for a little backline anti-air defense, some Globes, it looks like 3 Eshin Triads throughout the army. No, just 2, one of which is Ixchil's Triads. And we have Clan Rats, Spears, Rat Ogres mixed throughout, 2 Jezzails, one of which is Natty Boobos up in those trees over there. 1 Warp Fire Thrower, 2 Poison Wind Globes, Skaven Slaves, and more Rat Ogres. A very, very wide army. What the fuck? Did Storm Demon do that? No, Jezzails must have done that. Poor Manticore. One of the Manticores is already getting chunked out quite severely. Jezzails also pressuring this other lady. I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to give anybody a headache. And we do have an undercasted Flensing Ruin onto a Manticore that dove down into Eshin Triads and is getting shot by Warplock Jezzails. That is a dead as hell Manticore, and the Flensing Ruin still has 10 seconds on him, plus the shooting should take him right off the map, so that'll be one of the 3 single entities gone. Warp Fire Throwers did a deadly barrage onto these Bleak Swords. If they can get off another volley, they will rout that unit, but with Cold Knights and the Crows of Cain nearby, I think that'll be the last we'll be hearing of those Warp Fire Throwers. As Globes are also in guard mode, continuing to shoot. Warplock Jezzails poking down that Sorceress of Dark, and Skaven are up massively on balance of power. But let's see how long that really lasts, huh? Skaven usually start off this way. Real good, and then real bad. Jezzail's getting attacked by Manticore, Ixchis Triads, plus some Night Runner fire is here to punish that. The other Night Runners are harassing the Sorcerers of Dark, who did heal up from a big Soul Stealer. Front lines of the Dark Elves suffering severe punishment and already getting pushed off in all directions. That is going very poorly for them, but we'll see if these Colton Knights, Crows of Cain, and the big Dragon Lord in the back can carry, because already a Globe team is dead. I don't see the Warp Fire Throwers, so I have to assume they're dead, and a Jezzail is dead. You can see that damage value caught right back up, and already a third of both armies is dead 2 minutes into this game. Sisters of Slaughter catch the Poisoned Globes at last, so they are recharged by Rat Ogres. Sisters of Slaughter, being so elite, will be largely fine on leadership. They could just keep chasing these Globes. And if both Globe teams are shut down, that means these Witch Elves and the Cold Knights can do a lot of damage. But what the fuck is happening to them? What is that? Okay, something hurt a lot. I am not used to seeing Cold Knights taking that much damage in melee from Skaven. I expected from range, but it looks like these Night Runners are throwing at point-blank range, and the Skaven Slaves plus the Eshin Triad Spears just tore them apart. Okay, now I'm a little more scared for the Dark Elves with that Cold Knight taking so much damage. And the Sorceress of Dark has also taken a lot, though she can heal herself up with Soul Stealer. She'll largely be okay. And I don't know, I'm starting to think the Dark Elves have got a pretty good thing going here. Ikaclaw's Storm Demon hits the Manticore on the side, almost gets rid of it entirely, but its leadership manages to hold for now, and I'm starting to think the Dark Elves can, in fact, clean it up. Just got a little scary there for a bit. A healthy-ish Witch Elf, full health Crows of Cain, a Dragon Lord that can still heal up a bunch, and then other random infantry will be plenty to chase down the Skaven. I just don't think that they got far enough ahead early enough. Change my name on both XMT and DBD. I see, Dragonborn. I see. McGrayface, that's fair enough. Fair. Sisters of Slaughter, you can see their health bar is pretty fucking low, but they're okay with it. They're chilling. Get hit with another Warp Lightning. They're thinking about routing, maybe, possibly, as the Dragon Lord is chasing Ikaclaw down. The Skaven are down on the balance of power for the first time this game. And Ixchis Triads are actually valiantly holding back these Crows of Cain. The Crows of Cain are an infantry-sized model, so they don't get the bonus versus large that the Triads were hoping for. And meanwhile, some Jezzails on the high ground actually trying to rally a little bit, but Ikaclaw is having a bad time getting followed by a Dragon Lord, who now is healed up past him. Yeah. So he's not feeling super great about that. Skaven do still have a healthy Triad, but it's about to run face first into a Witch Elf, and that is not a fight they want. I guess they are supported by Rat Ogres, but honestly, the Witch Elf should be able to kill both of these units rather effectively. So I don't think that'll be much of a problem. Without that healthy Jezzail, I think the balance of power for this Skaven is going to tank quite significantly. Yeah, you can see it's just getting bursted down as those Triads are mulched by the Witch Elves on the high ground. Another Soul Stealer pokes down Ikaclaw. Thankfully for himself, he nets her to get away, but it's just not enough as the balance of power tips into army losses. GG. Ikit did very well, honestly. His Storm Demon actually did good value for once. Jezzails also did quite nicely. The Triads did fantastically well. I really liked those. Globes, mixed. They got shut down pretty quickly. Warp Fire Throwers honestly did okay. Rat Ogres did okay. Night Runners did fine. And the chaff was just chaff. The Skaven build overall did do well. It ended up being a close game. Because, I mean, really all you had left, like, this has a better health bar than it did on the battlefield, but, like, you had one healthy Witch Elf, the healthy Crows of Cain, and a Dark Sorceress, but the rest of the stuff was pretty fucked up, so it was quite close, but I still ban Dark Elves as Skaven, because I just can't fucking handle the Dragon Lords, so you're not alone there, long boy. Dragon Lords are butts. Hot sweet tea on a cold day. I'm excited to see your cast of the Demons of Chaos game. There was some wild stuff in that one. Yes. So, yes. So, yes. How do I explain this? It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while since from when you see that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Someone was asking me a question, and then I just kept saying words. I just finished recording some more videos, including that one you're talking about. So now we have videos out to July 7th. So if you're liking the Mains Be Like videos, they're scattered throughout here a little bit. And let's see when yours is. Demons of Chaos Rise. So June 18th. So 2 weeks from today, the video you're talking about will come out. Funnily enough, it's right after the Demons of Chaos Mains Be Like video, which is a very different energy. But yeah, we got a fuckload of content. Like, just so much. I'm really nervous about some of these Mains Be Like videos. There's a couple that, like, I had to sit there and just think for a very long time about how to make a faction funny, because there are certain factions that I really struggled to make funny. Is being boring as fuck funny? Because I can make these factions boring. Alright, our favorite rat boy caster can't handle scantily clad ladies with big black dragons. You know what, Nico Boy Blue? You're correct, and I don't regret it. Warriors of Chaos and Lizardmen? Is this real? You should release the Dwarf Mains video. Sorry, the Dwarf Mains Be Like video is a short. It's longer than a short can be. It's 2.5 minutes. A short needs to be 60 seconds or less. Boojalicious, I don't know. Ask Traderkin the same thing. Bavarout's back with an alright. Why do I sense that's a bad alright? Why do I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at? Oh, wish me luck? Sure. Good luck, buddy. I'm feeling nervous today. I don't know why. How do you send a replay, though? Good morning, human boy, sir. Had my first 2 PvP battles yesterday against my Belgian friend. How is Total War player? Had never tried Total War 3. Ended up with 1 loss, 1 win. Not bad. Not bad. Lizardmen need Gorok to win. I cannot tell you what's behind the blocker, but Gorok may or may not be in there. Fat kid? Ha. Something bad is happening today. I can feel it. I don't know. I just know my anxiety is really high. I think it's like, well, how long ago was it that I streamed? I feel like I didn't stream that long ago. Thursday. I streamed Thursday. It's not like I haven't been streaming. Why am I nervous? Gorok makes me sad. Yeah. Gorok is Lizardman's Queek. Or he's cool, but he's like bad enough that you just don't enjoy playing him. Lizardmen vs. Warriors of Chaos is game 2. We're getting into it. And I am curious about these builds, actually. These are kind of neat. Valkia and a Deathcaster with some Armored Trolls and Halberds versus Lizardmen with salamanders, a bunch of armor-piercing cav, and some temple guard. The longest of boys is about to get kited, though I wonder if that's even going to be good for Lizardmen. Because if the salamander like truly commits to hard kite, you do have a deathcaster, so you can just wander up to all that expensive cold one cav and Fate of Una them to death. So I don't know if it actually benefits lizards to draw this game out like that. It's Spidey sense. I wish I had Spidey sense. I got bit by a spider and all it did was kill me. It didn't give me powers. It's based on your Steam ID? What? I don't know what you people are talking about at this point. I got lost, I'm sorry. If he is a better player than me, I should improve, right? Yup. Still lose most of the games that I play. Yeah, you do have to have a bit of like, I'm having fun for X reason that's not just pure winning. Because when you start out at anything in competitive gaming, you're going to lose a lot at first while you figure out some shit. So probably just pick your favorite faction, play your favorite faction, and try to have fun with your favorite units while you learn the game, rather than like purely aim for victory right away. Bye, Bavarad, have fun. We saw both the Arbors of the load screen. We do have two Hellstriders of Slaanesh with their anti-large. These are the nerfed versions of them. We have some Marauders in a front line, triple Chaos Warriors with Halberds, plus the Severed Claw Aspiring Champions ROR of Tzeentch, two Armored Chaos Trolls, Valkia the Bloody, with her Spear Slapnir and the Demon Shield, and then we have a Manticore Deathcaster with Fate of Bahuna and Spirit Leech. On the other side, for Lizards, 5 Skink Cohorts in the front line, plus the Star Chamber Guardians, Temple Guard ROR. Looking pretty fine there, Lizard folk. Then we have 4 Skink Cohorts, no, Skink Skirmishers, 360 little pew-pew guys. Ancient Salamander, Revivification Crystal, and a Life Salon with only Regrowth as his only spell. Cold Riders, Cold Spear Riders, and Feral Cold all throughout the backline. Hellstriders are over nerfed? Hell yeah, they were, dude. Did I mention the Sally? I feel like I mentioned the Sally. The Spear ones might as well not exist. Are you talking about Cold Ones or Hellstriders? Because the answer for both is yeah. Cold One Spear Riders are also just like worse than Cold One Riders, in my opinion. Look at this big scaly bastard. Oh. Bah! Swing and a miss, my friend. Swing and a miss. Oh, he's shooting at Valkia. Okay, that'd explain how he missed. Alright, alright, alright. Another shot. Another miss. Again, it's aiming at Valkia, so probably needs to switch on to the infantry at some point. In the distance, Cold One Riders find Hellstriders of Slaanesh. Who wins this? Hellstriders are actually cheaper, so you would hope the Cold One Riders would win, but I mean, Hellstriders are anti-large, so maybe there's that. Maybe, maybe. So for Valkia, both her Spear Slapnir should be focused on the Star Chamber Guardians. They are not. Instead, they're going to almost delete an entire Skink Skirmisher unit. On the high ground, we still have the Hellstriders fighting the Cold One Riders to the death. And wow, the Ancient Salamander actually hit Valkia. That's a shocking development. Ooh, and we have more Hellstriders fighting Cold Ones over here. These are Feral Cold Ones. They should win that fight. But with more Feral Cold Ones on the side, this game's coming up. It looks like they just don't want to commit to it entirely. This trade is going very well for the Warriors of Chaos. They're completely fine with this. They're trading up on value there. Good to see, good to see. Skink Skirmishers getting caught out in the front line as Longboy plows through with his Trolls and Marauders, and even Chaos Warriors getting in here. And these Skink Skirmishers just a little bit too close. Not close, close enough that they got caught in melee, not far enough away that they can actually fire. Cold One Rider's going to get an emergency revivification? No, emergency regrowth. Try and keep him in the fight while the Cold One Spear Riders come to help out, and the Hellstriders of Slaanesh continue their bloody grind. Lizardmen are in mass exodus as the armored Chaos Trolls punching through that front line, and a Fate of Buna onto the Skink Skirmishers 100% should be onto some of the cavalry or the Star Chamber Guardians. That is just a mistake, but hopefully if Longboy listens back to this, he will know that that needs to go on to more important things than random bullshit-ass Skink Skirmishers. Though I will say, it's better to go into Skink Skirmishers than to Fate of Buna a single entity, so he didn't make the worst mistake possible. But still a bit of a whoopsie. Coldwind Spear Riders, after bailing out their Coldwind Rider friends, just decide, fuck this shit, and they start to go down. They can maybe get a rear charge onto some of these armored Chaos Trolls. One, doing really good damage, and two, lowering their leadership enough that they might actually rout them. Ancient Salamander is diving through these Severed Claw, though he will want to be careful. If he gets too close to these big halberds, wherever they are spaced out throughout these guys, he'll take a lot of damage. Nice flank attack from the Coldwind Spear Riders. I do really like that from the Lizardmen player, so that is good. This is good. Chaos Warriors on the far side going to beat both those Skinks and the Feral Coldwinds. It looks like Chaos is just getting largely everything it wanted. Now, this guy has to be careful. The Chaos Sorcerer of Death is fighting pure Star Chamber Guardians. He's not going to enjoy that one bit. And the Lizardmen are getting some of their skirmishing elements back from the backfield. Since there's nothing really to chase them off, right? The Hellstriders are busy and whatever. Boom! Huge Spear Slaupnir. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is 3 dead Skinks. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I still would love for some spells to get targeted on the Star Chamber Guardians, but that spear was super worth it. 3 for 1. Oh, crushing it. Meanwhile, the Severed Claw and Valkia teaming up in the Ancient Salamander are going to get rid of him. A quick little Spirit Leech on a Slan Mage Priest of Life to get him worked down a little bit more. The Armored Chaos Trolls are running. Marauders close to running, but as long as the Severed Claw are here and Valkia is here, there is going to be a bit of strength in this area. I saw the flash of this guy. What did he do? A regrowth onto the Star Chamber Guardians. I don't know where the Revivification Crystal went. There it is. It's on his Coldwind Spear Riders. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm getting a little concerned about the Star Chamber Guardians. Both Spear Slaupnirs are gone. We have seen a Fate of Buna and some Spirit Leeches, but maybe if another Fate of Buna is saved up, it could be used on them later. But I don't know if Chaos can actually just purely grind out the Star Chamber Guardians, especially with 2 different sources of healing. Though, those sources of healing are currently having a very bad time as Valkia continues to stab this Slan in the face. I have a video coming out eventually, because nothing ever comes out of my channel. I just make videos, and then they get piled up on top of each other. But someday, you will see a Slan Mage Priest of Life getting chased around by Torox for 55 years, and that bitch never dies because he has 1,000,000 health and is strangely tanky for just a Caster Lord. Valkia is trying to prove that he is mortal, and she is failing horrifically. Coldwind Riders, Feral Coldwinds, and Star Chamber Guardians are eating alive these Marauders and Halberds, while Valkia continues to chase the Life Slan. Good play here, though. The Severed Claw plus the other Halberds have routed off the Revivification Crystal. Ancient Salamander still firing away. Balance Power is getting danger low for the Lizardmen, though I think they need to cool their jets a little bit. Star Chamber Guardians have a lot of love left to give in this game, and the Balance of Power is just getting pretty aggressive at counting them out this early on in the game. Another regrowth onto the Star Chamber Guardians, trying to keep them topped off, but Rainy Frog is looking like he's probably going to get army lost unless something drastic happens here, like Valkia gets chopped down or something, because you just need some Balance of Power saviors, right? Because if your Balance of Power is getting so close to army losses, even if I think the Star Chamber Guardians have a lot of love left to give, if the video game decides your time is up, you just get army lost, and you don't really get much rebuttal there. Valkia also being infantry-sized, rather deceptive, but she is infantry-sized. Means Star Chamber Guardians don't get their rather impressive 16 bonus versus large versus her. So her melee stats might be underwhelming. And that Spirit Leech plus a big shot from Valkia might just spell the end of this game, honestly. If that Slan gets too low, the Balance of Power is going to shift over to army losses real quick. Deathcaster dives in, gets another big shot onto him, and this is the beginning of the end. This is Jurassic Park 3. GG. Well played. Hey, trying to get rid of the ranged units? Yeah. I was just more scared of the Temple Guard. Did you mention Sally? I did, I think. Valkia did well. Deathcaster did well. Aspiring Champions did great. Armored Trolls also did quite nicely. The Halberds did fantastically well. Hellstriders about paid for themselves, which is good. And Marauders did well. So overall, the whole build of Longboy really showing up to play. On the other side, the Life Slan was nice and supported. The Star Chamber Guardians did really, really nicely. They did great. Salamander struggled a bit. He ended up in melee a little too quickly. He didn't get to kite enough. The Coldwind Riders and Coldwind Spear Riders did okay. Feral Coldwinds did okay. Skink Skirmishers got absolutely slaughtered, and Skink Cohorts didn't fare much better. Going to game 3. Sorry, I probably just blew in the microphone. Just not nice. Just not nice, don't do that. I'm gonna message the fat kid actress. Tell him to wait for stream. Okay. Does this new player mean new to multiplayer, new to Total War? Adam, new to multiplayer. I mean, if you picked up Total War and you haven't played it at all and you feel like playing in it, sure, you can do that, but I don't think there's much of an audience that exists there. But yeah, if like you wanted to, that's fine. Hey, what's your opinion on the Nurgling, Plague Toads, and Rotflies buffs? Nurglings still suck, Rotflies still suck, Plague Toads are actually really solid. They're solid. I don't think they're strong. I think they are fine. Like, decent unit. You can plug it in without much of a problem. It's fine. If it got buffs, I wouldn't be upset. If it got nerfs, I would be upset. It's Fat Kid at Recess. He changed his name on my Discord to Fat Kid Actress, and now it's just funny. All right, game 3, who's winning it? Starting a poll. Who wins it? Longest boy. Rainy Frog. Who wins? Come on now. You missed when Hubbus was a streamer? Yep, me too. I also miss when Human Boy streamed. Yep. Haha, very funny. Go on my standing desk. Played Rainy Frog last night. He's just got to work on his micro with his shooting pieces and it'll be solid. He did send him in. Balls deep into halberds and stuff. Looks like we have Greenskins. Longboy is already constructing a build. Rainy Frog has not changed yet, so I don't know exactly what we'll be fighting. Can I vote for friendship? No! We're almost at 6,000 subs. Almost. Someday we'll reach 10,000 subs. And then everything will pop up for us. Will be great. I hear once you reach 10,000 subs, you make $45 million a day. Must be great. Also, we did have a big attempt at growth planned, but it got put on hold because of Total War Pharaoh. I didn't know it was Total War Pharaoh at the time, but we were working with CA to maybe do a stream with them on the official Total War channel. Do us, you know, the spring finals where they did like the 8 top domination players. They invited them and then they did that whole thing. We were gonna do that for land battles, and CA was like, "Sounds cool," and we said, "We'll organize all of it." And they said, "Sounds cool," and they're like, "We'll provide the cash prize," and they said, "Sounds cool," and we're like, "Nice," and they said, "No, fuck you. We're busy in the summer. Maybe we'll do it in the fall." And I said, okay. And then all this Total War Pharaoh stuff is dropping, and now I'm like, oh. That's what they were busy with. So I'll probably do it after the next DLC. hope somebody plays corn today so I can make hummus's day. What does that mean? That's vague. I'm scared. What do you mean? You gonna show up at my house? Are you gonna bring bagels? Are you gonna bring freshly made bagels? I think Frog will win. Never mess with frogs. Also, boy seems too similar to another player with a similar name. So no. Bavarat, what happened? Oh, we got psyched. High Elves versus Greenskins. What the hell? I reserve my judgment. Alright, okay. I'm extremely scared for the Greenskins. That is 5 regiments of renown and Grimgore. No caster. Fuck that shit. Who needs a caster? Which elves and high elves? Wild. Nico Boy Blue, we're not going to see wood elves ever. Hey Strix, how you doing? It's weird that this build for the Greenskins saved money on not taking a caster, but it still looks like really small to me. Where did the money go? Where did the money go? I'll let them set up before I start talking about what's there, because I'm just going to move it. Ha. Ha, Nico. Oh boy. Was saving, I typed VP versus Warriors Cast, says you want to overwrite, and I said, thought no, but I don't care. Magic is overrated. Magic is the only thing that makes anybody win this video game ever. I don't think a single person has won any game without Magic. Ever. How are you doing, human boy? I am strangely anxious today. I don't know why. Stumbling over my words. Feeling weird. The usual. For High Elves, we have 3 archers, 5 spearmen, regrowth caster of life, Imric up on his dragon with the dragon horn. Then we have some silver helms, Illyrian Reavers, dragon princes. I thought I saw 2 dragon princes. Yes, 2 dragon princes, 2 reavers, 1 silver helm. On the other side for the green beans, we have Forest Goblin Spider Rider archers plus the ROR Forest Goblin Spider Rider archers, Morgan Amazing Marauders, the Wolf Rider ROR that has arm piercing bullets, Gatepeak Loonies, Fanatics ROR of the Night Goblins. I do think they are very good with their bell and chain attack. Orc Boars, Orc Boys, Goblins, Stone Trolls, the Swamp Things, River Troll Hag ROR. Sorry, River Trolls ROR, not the Hag. They have regen, terror, and they have minus melee attack aura. 2 Orc Aura Boys, 1 Doomdiver Catapult, 2 Squig Hoppers of the Night Goblin variety, one of which is regular, one of which is, of course, an ROR. Anxious about what? I don't know! Tomorrow's Monday and you have your test pending? Oh, that is true, Strix. That could be true. Oh yeah, we have Grimgore, by the way. Grimgore fully kitted out. Jesus Christ, he brought everything. He brought best of the best, Bloodforged armor, Get Snick, You're Next, Stand Your Ground, Get Back Here, and Foe Seeker. Aggressive. Why is the High Elf Cad lining up in sausage formation? I don't know. Rainy Frog tends to do that. Maybe he's just spicy. Lil Trill, that's probably it. I'm probably just worried about my role as a caster. I think you're gonna overtake me on that one. Orc Boys get a little breath attack on the back. Nice little tickling, while meanwhile we have some skirmish cav trying to run away from these Illyrian Reavers and Dragon Princes. Illyrian Reavers getting torn up by that small arms fire, but we'll see if they can get a quick catch on anything. Do those guys have skirmish mode on, or are they just actually moving? Don't know. Imric lands in the forest. He's going to eat up some Orc Auror boys. He didn't seem to mind too much that he is in a forest. They aren't that scared of melee combatants, while the Doomdiver Catapults are trying to deal with archers on the far side. We actually have Squig Herds fighting the Dragon Princes and trading decently, considering how elite Dragon Princes are. And the front lines have collided. Grimgor's going absolutely nuts on some Silver Helms right now. Stand Your Ground is popped for all of his nearby friends. And those High Elves are not having a good day whatsoever. More Iron Rivers and Spears trying to hold back the Swamp Things, plus the 8-peak Loons. It's not going to go well for them. And actually, the Greenskins build might have some teeth. If you can kill all the High Elves' ground forces and then force Imric just to fight Grimgor on the ground, Grimgor could do very, very well there. Lyran Reavers came back from their little skirmish cav soiree. These other skirmish cav trying to fight Dragon Princes for a little bit, and that's... Honestly, I think the Greenskins are just happy if the Dragon Princes aren't involved in the fighting for a while. Squig Herds do get to the archers, and even rear charge some of the spearmen, while these poor Dragon Princes just try and stop them from doing anything that they want to do. Where are you shooting, my friend? Doomdiver Catapult now firing at archers who are under duress. I mean, they're being attacked by Stone Trolls and Orc Boys, for God's sakes. And Imric even dives straight onto Grimgor. This actually might be ballsy. Grimgor could beat his ass. Your next popped 16 melee defense for Imric. Do the Stone Trolls come over and try to help out, or do they just let Grimgor handle it on his own? A regrowth is currently healing up the big boy. And Grimgor himself has Gitsnick popped, giving him impressive 94 melee attack and 500 arm-piercing weapon strength. Stone Trolls still opting not to help Grimgor, but if they did, this could get very, very scary for the rainiest of frogs. Lyran Reavers trying to jump in and help Imric out, but they are being followed by the Swamp Things. That could make this even worse. Grimgor is trading up versus Imric. That is not his problem. I generally don't consider Grimgor to be a very good lord, but he is quite good at dueling one thing. His main problems come from everything else surrounding that and his cost. But yeah, he can fight Imric if he wants to. He can leave his friends behind. Because his friends don't dance, because they're not Wurzag. And then they're no friends of mine. Silver Helms run into the back line. They are going to crump those Orc Auror boys, deal with them rather swiftly. Where did those 3 skirmish cav ever go? Oh, there they are. They're on the backfield. They're still harassing these Dragon Princes. Jesus. Okay, at this point, those skirmish cav should be thrown into melee to chase off anything that's really low on the backfield. But I digress. The Swamp Things and the Stone Trolls, it looks like everybody's just trying to ignore Imric for now. Instead, they are focusing more on those archers. Orc Boys continue to fight. The Waz pop to keep them in the battle for a little bit longer. As on the far side, those Dragon Princes have slowly done their job and actually killed off all of the Squig-type units. Greenskins, are we running out of momentum? I think the answer might be yes. The Doomdiver Catapult is shut down by the Silver Helms. They can easily finish it off without any issue. Grimgor is trying to keep his trolls in the fight. But unless they actually snipe out Imric here or something, the High Elves will probably attrition them down. Because we are down to already 3 skirmish cav, 1 healthy Orc Auror boy that is about to get run down by some cav on several fronts, trolls that are running low on HP, and a healthy Grimgor. Imric lands, get a big shot onto Grimgor, gets another one. And I'm worried I'm missing a unit or something, because his balance of power is a little too friendly to the Greenskins, in my opinion. Lord of Dragons? No, Foe Seekers popped on Grimgor. Oh, we don't have Lord of Dragons. Okay. That debuff would have been nice for the big green boy. That's not like you can expect to see him. And yeah. I think we are witnessing the end of the Green Tide. Maybe. Okay, here's what I wanted to happen earlier, but it is happening now. The Swamp Things, the Stone Trolls, everybody is jumping onto Imric, trying to beat him up. Swamp Things won't terror route because they cause terror, but they will naturally route because they're getting shot on all these sides. And Imric is still beating the piss out of them. Meanwhile, these Dragon Princes are continuing to fight. And it was a good attempt. Did some decent damage to Imric, but he's just gotten a lot of healing throughout this game from the Regrowth caster. And I imagine that will continue. Some archers have returned, but it's not going to matter enough as Imric dives back onto Grimgor. Grimgor is getting low. Does have ITP, so he also won't terror up. That won't stop him from naturally routing his leadership dips down to 24. And his support's running out too. Alright, these Stone Trolls left a bit. Now they're coming back. You can actually see Imric's heal cap, which is a little surprising. I don't think it's going to matter though. 8 Pete Loons are dead. Stone Troll's going to get rear charged by this caster. Should lower their leadership down enough to actually get them out of here once again. Without them, Grimgor will break. Without Grimgor, the rest of the Greenskin army will break. 1, 2. And now the rest of the Greenskin army has to break, otherwise I am a liar. Wow, guess I'm a liar. Heal cap achieved by the big, angry dragon boy. And it was a good attempt from the Greenskins. It was a good attempt. But not enough to beat Imric. No Dark Horse run? True. Whew. Alright. Grimgore, 1900 value. That's actually quite nice. Good job, Grimgore. Stone Trolls, River Trolls did okay. Doom Divers struggled to get his value back in any form. Squig Hoppers did fine. Skirmish Cav did okay. Orc Our Boys did okay. And Orc Boys did okay. Through hate, all things are possible. Emmerich did well, Dragon Princess did well, Silver Helms did well, Iron Reavers struggled a little bit, Spearmen chilled, and Archers honestly got kind of bodied. GG Longboy, it was a pleasure. Rainy Frog will advance. All right, we have our next match ready for us. I asked Fat Kid at recess to be ready. He sent me a code, and he got KDW, who I believe has played a good amount of domination. I don't know if I've seen him in too many land battle stuff, but I feel like I see him on Total Tavern quite a bit. Grace, hi. All right, so we're back. Got to change these thingies. Fat Kid at recess. Looks like we have Beastmen versus Empire. It's a pretty classic matchup, though. It usually goes in the favor of the Beastmen. I did not feed the Stinky. Dr. Mylagon, what up? Mygalon, sorry. This was not meant to be. Starting to become a school director. You should do a test in summer. Hey, good luck, man. Good luck. Little Trill, that goldfish comment is a lot to go into, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I'm disappointed in myself and wish the tournament was a little later in the day. I'm sorry, Lysaurus. If it helps, I'm never disappointed in you. Never! You won your first match. That's hype. What's your name? Are you Resto? Because I don't see a Dr. Mygalon unless I just missed it entirely. Yeah, I don't see one. So I'm lost. All right, these two are going to set up their things. You want to say hi to the stream? Okay, goodbye. Going back to sitting. To score chariots, I know who to root for. Chariots are solid now. You're Rainy Frog? Oh! Okay, yeah. Then I think I might have caught that. Nice job, dude. Nice job. It was a good series, too. Nice close games. I was a little worried for you in game 3 there. Longboy did a lot of damage to you rather quickly, but then a million regrowths solved that. Stead dropped, but it wasn't really clear who would win. Bavarad, if you're having issues, do ping the council guard. The blue people on my Discord. They are usually around to help you out. If no one answers you for a bit, you can ask the heralds of the council, the yellow guys. Those are my admins. So if anybody watching this right now is having any issues whatsoever with anything, you can ping council guard, Thankwell, or none of my heralds are actually on right now. But yeah. FYI. Okay. So, the Empire build's mostly set up. We can start there. We have the Royal Altdorf Griffites, Demigryph Knight ROR. Nice armor-piercing anti-large versus any Minotaurs, but also just causing terror versus Beastmen is rather strong. We have 2 Empire Knights protecting some of the flanks. 2 Hellblaster volley guns. Okay. Bunch of spearmen, halberds, and crossbows. Also Balthasar Gelt in the sky with Fountain of Transportation and Searing Doom. On the other side, for the Beastmen, we have Harpies, Centaurs with throwing axes, ROR, the Sons of Goros, Centaurs with great weapons, ROR, bunch of Ungor spears, bunch of Ungor raiders, some Tuskor chariots that might run into Hellblaster volley gunfire, more Centaurs with throwing axes, more chariots, more Harpies. We have a Doom Bull and a little Brave Shaman of Wild who is currently getting Hellblaster volley gunned from up on high. So he's down to half health already, and the Tuskor chariots just get murked by those halberdiers. Oh, they charged into braced halberdiers, and they did not have infantry break that charge defense quite yet. And now the British Shaman of Wild does a really nice, whatever the fuck that thing is, the Prey Scream? Yeah, he does a good one of those, but the Hellblaster volley guns are just routing him off. Oh, and the Tuskor chariots were getting shot by the other Hellblaster too. That's how they died so quickly. Now it is the revenge of the Beastmen. Things are looking rough, with Harpies diving onto the Hellblaster volley guns, and for some reason attacking just that one gun on the far side, not the crew, which is really dumb of them. The Beastman caster is dead, and it's entirely the Harpies' fault. So thanks, Harpies. Thanks for being dumb. Dumb pieces of shit. Empire Knights getting murdered by the throwing axes and the Sons of Goros. And the Demigryph Knights with halberds are in a really bad spot here, actually. They're stuck fighting the Doom Bull while getting shot by 3 different archer units, and they have 125 armor, but they still can't take that much, just poke over and over again. The Hellblaster volley guns in a bit of trouble, though state troops have rallied to their aid, and we have a Tuskor chariot, one that didn't get slaughtered in the horrifying charge of 1984. They do charge in here, and they help rout off these Hellblaster crews. The other Hellblaster crew is hanging on, but without that fire, at least they are distracted, and that'll keep the Doom Bull and some of these other Beastmen forces safe. Empire Knights running far out, try and fight the Centaurs. One of the throwing axes is caught. The other one is going to continue firing in, doing some decent damage here. And the Beastmen scrapping back from a very brutal start, as I'm sure you're not expecting to deal with 2 Hellblaster volley guns at close range. Because the Beastmen spawned almost entirely in the Vanguard, so they were quite in range of the Hellblaster volley guns. Tuskor chariots starting to get away now, as Ungor spearman herds are going to get hit by Balthasar Gelt's Searing Doom. And these archers are relatively safe, so they'll have to be killing state troops for the Beastmen to have much of a shot in this game. One Hellblaster volley gun is back online. And I'll admit it, I'm a little frightened. Sons of Goros starting to opt away from this halberd fight. I think the Beastmen are in a tough spot to kill all of these state troops. Yeah, it's a little scary. There's no healing for the Empire, though, so those Demigryph Knights being super low on HP is going to stay that way. Sons of Goros charge straight in. Crossbows trying to help out. These Hellblaster volley guns are back online, but they have to turn Fire at Will back on manually, so we'll see if that is maybe slowing them down. Final transmutation onto the Doom Bull while he is surrounded by halberds is proving detrimental to him, to say the least. Harpies are back. They are back onto the Hellblaster Volley Gun, trying to shut them down. Another Searing Doom plus the Lord Snipe on this Doom Bull could spell the end for the Beastmen. I'm getting very, very concerned. Very concerned indeed about their chances. We have some Tuskar Chariots still alive. They can kill a lot of infantry if properly microed. The Royal Art of Griffites trying to clear out some archers and stuff while throwing axes continue to harass them and make their lives a little bit miserable. These Empire Knights also trying to get rid of some of these archers, but more archers, more Centaurs, really pressuring them. Doom Bull needs to leave, and now he has realized that he is starting to run away. And the other Hellblaster being shut down. If the Beastmen can keep their Doom Bull alive, maybe they have enough leadership to clutch it out, because, like, Chariots can kill a lot of infantry in the late game. Hellblaster Volley Guns were most of their big armor-piercing stuff. I don't know. We got to see how quickly they can get rid of these cav pieces that are threatening their backline. Archers continue to shoot halberdiers as the Doom Bull is going to try and get away. Empire Knights take out the Centaur. Once again, does it shatter this time? No, it's going to be fine. Grog hosts the Wolf's Run, regenerating while they try and chase down those Empire Knights, and these Demigryph Knights with halberds getting run around by the throwing axes. And they're losing models quickly, down to 9 and 600 HP. Oof. So the Beastmen archers will want to try and take out these 3 crossbowmen at some point. Really get the Empire down to just melee infantry that you can run around. Another final transmutation onto the Doom Bull, and he can't take another one of those. Demigryph Knights routed off. They will be killed, and the Sons of Goros catch the Empire Knights, rendering the Empire without mobility. Searing Doom, but is it dodged? It looks like it is dodged. Whether intentionally or not, doesn't matter. Still dodged. Sons of Goros tried to charge in. Now they're running away from those spearmen, getting shot in the butt by crossmen the whole time they go. It's a close one. The Empire is definitely up on damage value, and I would say in a decent position this game, but the Ogre Raiders are successfully killing those crossbowmen like we needed them to do. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. There's a lot of state troops here that are not equipped to be shot by Ogre Raiders and charged by Cav. Why did the Chicken Beastman cross the road? Because the Volley Blaster nailed him. Is Losaurus out? He did in fact go out, it sounds like. Did patch 3.1 buff Chariots, by the way? Yes. Yes. It did. They work fine now. Like, they're not crazy OP amazing, but they're fine. Doom Bull is running away. He knows he needs to just stay alive, because if he dies, the Beastman leadership's going to tank to such a point that they'll be useless. Both of their guilds coming out. He has another final transmutation. If it's overcast, he is doomed. If it's not overcast, he might live. Might is the key word. He's getting worked down. 2, 1. It wears off, and he's still technically alive. Balsar Gelt also opts into the fight, and the halberds kill the Doom Bull, maybe sealing the fate of the Beastmen, as we do have a mass rout on this left side without their lord. Their leadership just spikes down too much, and that'll be army losses. Oof. Gelt with that final transmutation. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had multiple messages about the tournament to deal with. Happy final transmutation rights? Huh. Is Pump Wagons fixed or banned? You can take up to 2 of them. You can take up to 2 of them. When they're not in, like, horrendously high numbers, they're not that much of a problem. Alright, Doom Bull did okay. Caster got instantly sniped by the Hellblaster volley gun. Centaurs did fine. Tuskor Chariots did okay. One of them got instantly sniped by the Hellblaster volley gun plus some halberds. Ungor Raiders did quite nicely. And Ungor Spearmen did what they had to. On the other side, Balsar Gelt did well. Demigryph Knights and Empire Knights, mixed, but one Empire Knight actually did well. Hellblaster volley guns, mixed, but overall okay, I guess. Crossmen did well. Halberdiers did fine. Spearmen did fine. GG. Yeah, pump wagons are limited 2. The Chaos Dwarf Giant Chariots are limited 1. Gotrek and Felix are banned because I hate them. Like, that is literally the entire reason. There's no bug with Gotrek and Felix. I just hate them, so I banned them. That's as much analysis as you're getting out of that one. Why the Royal Gryphites, though? They're good versus, like, Taurogs. And they're a good source of terror. He didn't bring any healing to support them, but yeah. Yeah. If you really want, like, the deep analysis of why not Gotrek and Felix, I find them horrifically unfun to watch, and not a lot of people enjoy playing against them. So when I have a new player tournament, we're trying to encourage people to at least give land battles an honest shot. I really don't want someone to come into this tournament and fight 2 Gotrek and Felix blob boxes in a row and then go, wow, land battles suck. And it's like, that strategy sucks. Land battles don't suck in general, so I don't see a reason to let it be in my new player tournament. And if people don't like it, I haven't heard a convincing argument for why it should be in a new player tournament. Like, in a new player tournament specifically, right? I'm not banning them from high-level stuff because high-level players generally know how to counter infantry blobs. But, yeah, it's just not a good experience for new players, so why bother? And if someone doesn't like it, they can host their own new player tournaments and allow it. That's fine. Skaven don't have Gotrek and Felix. If they did, I probably still wouldn't use them. You want to play with Felix's fabulous hair? Then go make your own tournament. Oh no. Fat Kid at Recess, how did this happen? How did you get vampire counts into Warriors of Chaos? Oh no. Oh no. This matchup is terrible for the counts. Speaking of hammers. It's a bad matchup? Yeah. In a new player tournament, I tend to not talk too much about the matchups before we get into it because I don't want to offer help to the players. Yeah. Because that just wouldn't be fair if I was like, you know, oh, here's a build I really like versus the vampire counts, and I just laid it out, and then the new player could hear that, take that build, and have an advantage over his opponent. So I try not to weigh in before we get into the game. You guys can. I don't give a shit. Anybody experimenting with Vlad and Double Banshee for this one? I have not. I haven't played any games of Undead versus Warriors of Chaos. Warriors of Chaos gonna beat VC how? Oh, you'll see, my friend. Angry loser joined my Discord, and I can relate to that. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. KDW's doing the big thing. I've been watching a bit of the Venture Bros. That show is weird, man. I see a lot of clips on YouTube that I find are funny, but I don't get the context. Now I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm not sold if I like it or not yet. I'm still kind of on the fence. All right, we're doing some Chevron juggling, so KDW will be ready soon. It's a 5 gold spend versus a 3 gold spend. KDW has 2 more gold on the field, and therefore he wins. And now I can talk about it at length. Yeah. So Harry the Herald the Hammer Storm Harry the Herald Hammer Hammered Harry Herald Hammer man is very, very good versus Warriors of Chaos. He removes the undead trait from you, so you can rout. And if something starts routing, it won't stop like ever, and it'll just crumble to death. And it's very, very hard for vampire counts to deal with him. So yeah, a lot of people have been talking about that Warriors of Chaos just counter all 3 undead factions super hard right now. The Banshees have more AP than White Kings, but of course you can't heal them as long as the hammer's still around. Yeah. Yeah, I do think Vlad might be good here. I think you're onto something with that, because he can duel Harry pretty well. Any weeb things you're into now? I haven't watched an anime for a bit, no. I've been busy. Busy. I recently got back into watching Smash Ultimate tournaments, so I've been watching a lot of that shit. Pretty much whenever anybody plays Donkey Kong, Bowser, King K. Rool, Ridley, I'm fucking in it. Ganondorf. I like watching the big heavies. If it's a matchup between like Pichu and Fox, I fucking skip that shit so fast. I'm such the illiterate I shall not read. I have VP versus Warriors of Chaos. He didn't bring him. Good. Any weebs you're into right now? Unfortunately, Grace is not. Alright, for the builds, we do have a Necromancer with his Strokey Stroke Rod. And that is it. So he is going to be in a corner stroking that rod as if his life depended on it, because it does. We have 2 Black Knights, Manfred von Karstein in a Flying Horsey with Spirit Leech and Invocation of Nehek as his only 2 abilities. We do have 2 Crypt Horrors, a bunch of Graveguard with great weapons, Skeleton Warriors, Zombies, Skeleton Warriors, and Zombies and stuff. And then we have the Claw of Nagash Mortis Engine. Okay, can Spirit Leech alone kill Herald Hammerstorm? So on the other side, we have 2 Skull Crushers of Khorne, the anti-large armor-piercing Mortal Khorne Cavalry. Triple Chaos Trolls. We have a Chaos Warrior with great weapons, a front line of Marauders, and a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Fire on foot with Burning Head, Piercing Bolts of Burning, and give me that fucking... Stop showing me the Marauders! I don't care about the Marauders! The Tormentor's Sword for a net and minus melee attack. And then we have Herald Hammerstorm with Remove Undead all around him. The Hammer of Harry for a big explosion that goes boosh. And a Heroic Killing Blow. Can Harry solo carry? Probably. But we'll see. I actually think Fat Kid has a decent build here. Like, there's some stuff that I would do different personally. But this isn't an auto-lose, just looking at it. Because the Claw of Nagash can drain down a lot of this random shit, as long as it stays away from Harry. And you could just Spirit Leech Kite his ass. So as long as like you're throwing Chaff in, and having the Claw of Nagash drain stuff, you can just keep casting Spirit Leech onto Herald and kill him off. I do worry a little bit about the Skull Crushers, because you have Black Knights that are going to trade horrendously bad into those guys. The first of many Spirit Leeches is off. And of his original almost 5,700-ish health pool, he loses 600-ish HP. So 9 more of those, and he is dead. Yeah, 9 more Spirit Leeches, and he's dead. Can somebody get the Spirit Leech clock? Spirit Leech clock. 9 more. Hold on, I got it. I got it. Calm the fuck down. 1. So Harold is balling through some skeleton warriors and zombies, getting their leadership low so you can maybe get them to melt eventually. Though we don't want to cluster up too much like this because we could have a burning head come through and just kill everything off. Already we have some skeleton warriors terror routing, which is bad. Claw of Nagash is going apeshit on some chaos trolls and skull crushers. That is good. Second Spirit Leech. Put another on the board. 2. Goodbye, Mr. Hammerstorm. Big old blob showing up, and that is bad for both sides. For the red side, you really don't want to get all of these units of Mortis Engine down. What the fuck was that? Oh, okay, Pierce Bolt's burning. For the red side, you don't want to get all these guys Mortis Engine down, so that is bad. On the other side, you don't want a Burning Head to kill, like, literally 3 infantry units here if it comes down. Overcast Burning Head there. Tons of value. Skeleton warriors are routing away from the fight, but there goes a burning head on the other side. It is a decent burning head. It's going to catch the Black Knights and the skeleton spearmen, but again, I still would have preferred it to be in this blob fight as the Mortis Engine goes absolutely fucking nuts. And is there going to be another Spirit Leech here, or what are we doing? Manfred. Tormentor Sword locks him in place. That doesn't stop you from casting more Spirit Leeches, Manfred. It doesn't! Skull Crusher still getting drained by the Mortis Engine. Probably the only thing that can actually hurt them in this this build. But wait, ooh, the other Skull Crushers are having a shit time. I guess they've been fighting Graveguard. That is a dangerous. Another one on the board. That is 3. Yeah, they've been fighting Graveguard. Great Weapons not having a good time whatsoever. Meanwhile, these trolls and marauders are chilling. They're doing great. They're killing tons of stuff. Black Knights in the back trying to harass this guy down. It's not really going great for them as the Chaos Trolls come over and make sure they have a bad time. Harold Hammerstorm has joined the fight over here. If he does, that'll mean the Mortis Engine can't AoE heal all of its friends, and that means the undead can actually get ground down. Piercing Bolts of Burning on top of Crypt Horrors could do decent damage to them. We'll clear out a little bit of infantry here. Overall, a good cast. I like it. I like it. There they go. Beautiful new visual effect since like 2 patches ago. And it did decently. It took about a third of the health off the Crypt Horrors. And Harold is here. I didn't see another Spirit Leech. There it is. 4! Put 4 on the board. 4 Spirit Leeches for the Herald of the Hammerstorm Man. Did I miss one? Because he's already below half HP, and I thought I mathed it out that he would need like 10 Spirit Leeches to kill that fucking guy. Or at least 9. Or at 4. Whatever. Don't know. Mortis Engine's quickly getting left alone, and Manfred just fucking goes for it. Okay, if the Tormentor Sword is up, he could get locked here and have to fight Harold, which is not a thing he wants to do at all. Black Knights, all this other stuff is coming back. We have zombies who are actually routing. As long as they're near to Harold, they will rout away from the fight. So that's a problem. Manfred actually does get back to the sky. The Mortis Engine is suffering, but the vampire counts are up on damage value. Yes, they are. They're up on the balance of power because some of the Skull Crushers have overcommitted to fights in certain places. This Mortis Engine is continuing to kill them, and that's another one. Put it on the board. 5 Spirit Leeches onto the Herald. Yes, good. It is on the Herald Hammerstorm. The Claw of Nagash avoided Harry for the longest time while it could. Now it cannot, and it is going to rout as a Burning Head comes through and clears off even more of its friends. No, it does manage to rally, hanging in there for now and doing a ton of damage to all these guys. This entire Skull Crusher has been slurped up by the Claw of Nagash. But Harold Hammerstorm continues to fight, and with 5 Spirit Leeches in, he's actually taking a lot of damage from that. So good job, Manfred. You probably have insane value because Harry is a expensive boy. Claw of Nagash running away. It is managing to heal up, even though it's not undead right now. Does it have some healing that just heals stuff? 6, I see it, I see it. Undead. Oh, it does have just natural regeneration. Okay, I see it, I see it. Anyway, 6 on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Harold is not looking so good. He does not enjoy being leeched of the spirit variety. For chaos. Their leadership is faltering, but their men are not. They have tons of strength of arm left, if only they can keep their leadership in order. But this actually might be a huge break, and if that happens, the Vampire Counts are probably going to win this game. Because without breaking, the Warriors of Chaos actually do have a lot of juice left. The balance of power is extremely gassed up by Manfred von Karstein being at full HP up there, but he's used a lot of his Winds of Magic on Spirit Leeches and stuff. Actually, he's only cast 6 Spirit Leeches. 7 Spirit Leeches! Get him in there! 7! And Harold dies, making this even better for the Vampire Counts at this point. Tormentor Sword is down, locking everything in place, lowering their melee attack. It is a bad time to be alive, but the Mortis Engine, Claws, and Nagash continues to fight. And now it is undead once more, meaning we could get Invocations of Nehek from Manfred to save it. Meanwhile, this Chaos Pocket did not end up breaking, and therefore they will fight to the very end against these Crypt Guard and Crypt Horrors and Grave Crypt Guard and Crypts of the Grave Variety Guard. Claw of Nagash getting danger low, and if this thing actually does manage to die, we could have a Chaos comeback. Graveguard are crumbling away. Claw of Nagash is not crumbling just yet, and the Firecaster is trying to get over there as Trolls continue to fight, but they all break, and another Spirit Lich. Put it on the board! Put the Spirit Lich on it! Give me my thing back! Give me my thing! Give me my thing! Give me my thing! Put it on the board! Spirit Lich number 58. And a mass break comes in from Chaos, and Vampire Counts did pull it off. With Tormentor Sword, I think you mean it's a bad time being unalive. True. Spirit Leech is an interactive foot spell. Yeah, but until foot characters are much more hittable, like charging them actually does a lot more damage and stuff, I think Spirit Leech is a necessary evil. Manfred, 1800 value. Claw of Nagash, 4300 value. Skeleton Knights did okay. Graveguard did fine. Crypt Horrors did well-ish. Skeleton Warriors got fucking murked. Skeleton Spears did okay. Zombies did okay. And the Necromancer was jerking it in the corner. Is Spirit Leech better value than Rance Visitations? Yes and no. And I know that is everyone's favorite answer, so here's the quick version. Rance Visitations might be more Winds of Magic cost efficient, and it is a great spell, especially when overcast, for sure, for sure. The only reason Spirit Leech is still a maybe is, one, it's still good on its Winds of Magic cost, right? But it's the Lore of Death passive, so the more you cast, the more Winds of Magic Reserve you get. So I think, like, over time, you might be able to cast more Spirit Leeches than you can Rance of Visitations, like, in general, because you get more Winds of Magic than the Rance of Visitation guy is ever going to get throughout the whole game, right? So one-to-one comparison of Winds of Magic cost per cast, they're similar. Maybe Rance of Visitations is a little more effective, but Spirit Leech allows you to cast more Spirit Leeches over time, so... yeah. In a short game, Rance Visitations. In a long game, Spirit Leech. Alright. Chaos Lord of Fire did fine. Herald Hammerstorm honestly did okay. He just got Spirit Leech sniped to death. Skull Crushers committed a little too hard to fights that they couldn't win. They need to be cycle charging a little bit more rather than staying and fighting. Marauders did okay. They just cut through chaff all day like their job. And Chaos Warriors did fine. Trolls honestly did better than I would have thought. But yeah, GG. We're going to game 3. Learn to turf? No. I refuse to learn to turf. We're going into game 3. I'll try to line up our next game so again we don't have a super long wait. Okay, that's taking a bit. All right. Sorry, Fat Kid at recess was messaging me about a thing. He said I looked pretty today, and I said, you know it, bitch. And then he said something inappropriate, and I had to ban him from the tournament, so no big deal. No big deal. Don't know what to do about the next game. It's scary. Some shit's taking a while. That makes me sad. If you get opponent, please wait for stream. That would be nice. Okay, I should have lined up our next thing. We will see. Spirit Leech is better value than Rancid Visitations. That 5th leech had me sweating. I didn't expect the 6th one. The 3rd was super boring, though. At least the 8th one, the came back refreshing. Especially since they don't stick around on the map. Grieven? Yeah, I wasn't really counting. I was just using the like, notches. Why am I forgetting what that is? You know, where you do 1, 2, 3, 4, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross. What the fuck is that? Little Trill. I think vampire counts are not very good right now, but some people really, really like them. Please stay away. No? What? Oh, you're talking to Sakura, not me. You think I could win against one of these? One of these who? One of these what? What's happening? Oh my god, it's Lizardmen versus Cathay. Are we gonna get a degenerate box? Is this how the stream ends? I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. I'm not casting this. You can't make me. Say hi to the stream? You want to stream for me? I don't want to stream no more. You want to stream? Stream for me. It's time for Grace to stream for me. Grace, who's our sponsor today? Hazel? I feel like no one else is gonna get that. Think of someone like everybody knows. What? What? Okay, you gotta hurry up. I need a sponsor. Thanks. All right. Grace said this stream is sponsored by Orville Redenbacher. Do you like gravel that we pretend is popcorn? Do you like gravel in a bag? Well, we got gravel in a bag. Scooped it up off the driveway, put it in a bag, covered it in a little bit of butter, put it in your microwave, see what happens. Orville Redenbacher. It's popcorn, legally. Really jolly fellow, told my grandfather loves me, prayed for a box, prayed for a space, laid his hair. Give us Hazel, we want Hazel? Alright, we can probably do that. What's this message and is it important? It's Cyrus. That is turfing, okay. Alright, I'll deal with this later. Hang on. Hazel, come here! Come here! Hazel, come here! Come here! Come here, little puppy! Yes, little puppy! Hello! Oh. This is a pup. Hey, pupper. Hi, pupper. Hi. Stream wanted to see you, so you're here now. Hello. Hello. You're such a good pup. Alright, get out of here. Shoot. Get up. Get on. Get out of here. Get on. Get out of here. Alright. Hazel has been accomplished. NordVPN. Johnson's Road Salt. Natural salt harvested only the finest land battles and de-ice roads near you. Okay, why can't I open this fucking can? No, don't start the battle. I need to open my can. It was also called Basil. Scandalous? Yeah, we call her Hazel Basil. All right, what do we got? Grand Cathay, 2 Crane Gunners, 1 Iron Hill Gunner, 3 Jade Warrior Crossmen, front line of Jade Warriors backed up by Jade Warrior Halberds, more Jade Warrior Halberds, Peasant Long Spear, and we have Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon, with Dragon's Breath of Final Transportation. 6 as fuck. On the other side, we have 4 Skink Skirmishers. We have a whole bunch of Skink cohorts, more Skink cohorts with Javelins as well, more Skink Skirmishers, Feral Cold Ones, Feral Cold Ones, Feral Cold Ones, Feral Cold Ones. We have a Skink Caster Priest, Man of Heavens with Comet of Cassandora, and where's the Lord? Oh, we have 2 Horned Ones and Krokgar on a T-Rex as well. All right, I think the Grand Cathay build is probably going to win. I think the Grand Cathay build is better. I think this Lizardman build is cool, but I don't love the Skink Skirmishers versus a box and shield type faction. I don't know what they're going to be able to accomplish. What is a Rattenbacher? I don't know, man. Quick final transmutation onto these Feral Cold Ones is not going to be a worthwhile use of magic, unfortunately. It will do some damage, but definitely not what that spell is intended for. It's more of a character sniping thing. Feral Cold Ones diving into Jade Warrior Halberds now that they are Rampage, they can't control it. And we'll have to see if Krokgar and the Horned Ones can carry this for the Lizards, because the Skinks certainly are not going to do it. It's just not really it's not their whole thing. Grimlock, yes. Well, we'll see how he does. Ooh, that's going to be nice if there is no dodge here from KDW. There is a dodge, though, and he dodges the Comet of Cassandora that was coming down. Krokgar is in, though he is getting shot in the fucking face. And wow, the Comet did half health to the Iron Hails anyway. Where are the Horned Ones? They're going to have to get in here and kick some serious ass. They are coming back now, but they plow straight into Peasant Longspears who have Charge Reflect. It's going to be a bad time for them. Feral Cold Ones catch the Crane Gunners. And like we say every Cathay/Skaven game, the start is looking very, very bad for their opponent. It's all about how much damage Cathay can get out before you compromise these backline damage pieces. And there is no healing for Krokgar. They didn't bring a Rev Crystal, they didn't bring a Life Slot or anything, so Krokgar is just getting fucking gunned down. Horned Ones charge back into some Peasant Longspears and some Halberds. Quick down the line, Hand of the Gods. And the gods hand him a big old middle finger as Krokgar is down to about 1,000 HP and getting routed off the map. Horned Ones plow through the Crane Gunners trying to get some of the Jade Warrior crossbows, then they go back over here, but the bounce power shifting extremely heavily versus the Lizards. And we are down about 40% of the damage value that Cathay has managed to get out in this time. Glock beats Croc, yeah. Yeah, it does. Horned Ones rolling through. They have shattered one of the Crane Gunners. They're doing okay in the backfield. It's just too little too late. Honestly, something like this may have worked if there was any healing on the roster at all for either Krokgar or the Horned Ones. I don't know. Like a Rev Crystal or something. Zhao Ming is up. Turned into his dragon form just because he likes it, because it makes him feel pretty. And the Horned Ones are tearing apart the back line. They're already killing a Jade Warrior crossbow. Some of these other Jade Warriors and peasants are thinking about leaving, but it's not going to be enough. I was hyped to see Gromobra dinosaur eat a dragon, but the coward didn't even transform. He transformed after the dinosaur was gone. I also need to play some more Lizardmen. I enjoyed Feral Carnosaurs quite a bit, and then I just kind of got distracted by the Croc score buffs. Lizardmen are fun. Holy shit, Crocar's alive. Oh, he's coming back to save the day. He's gonna save the Lizardmen from their unfortunate plight. As Horned Ones continue to grind through the backline, Crocar is charging straight at Zhao Ming, who's surrounded by a whole bunch of skinks. This is your time to shine, little Crocar. You can fucking do it! And he gets slapped in his bitch face. And he dies. Oh, wow, he actually got to 1 natural HP and shattered. All right. All right, Crocar. He tried. 307 damage value. Horned Ones mixed, but overall okay. The Heavens Caster struggled a bit. Feral Cold Ones struggled. Skink Skirmishers struggled. Skink Cohorts struggled. Zhao Ming did okay. Crane Gunners did okay. Jade Crossbows did okay. Iron Hail Gunners did fine. Celestial Dragon... Whoa, Celestial Dragon Guard. When the fuck? Did I miss those? I missed those. I didn't even notice we had 2 Celestial Dragon Guard. Okay. That's a lot more brutal. Jade Halberds did okay. Jade Warriors did fine. Peasant Long Spears did fantastic. All right. GG. You're not getting out of the Southlands? Yeah, Crocar's probably never going to leave this place. It was bold, though. It was bold by the actress. All right, we have Seagaz versus Pra 2. If anybody is curious about the bracket, here we are so far. So Rainy Frog advanced over Longboy, and then he fought Seagaz and was defeated. Pra 2 fought the Lone Wolf. We didn't get to see that, but we will get to see these 2 players right now. I did ask them to wait for me. We will see KDW advance to fight Bavanus. Zegzi and Salinator still fighting. Galinjo advanced over Labaked. And something at the bottom is stalling out super hard, so hopefully they figure that shit out. Hopefully. Yo, yo. Seagaz versus Pra 2. Don't know where I'm looking. Got a lobby? Also, I'm very curious if Alexander and Anti-Kaiju are still fighting, or if Giyama's fighting somebody yet. Because we are an hour and 45 minutes into this. Okay, Alexander is alive. He was typing to Giyama a bit ago. Apparently they're in game 3 now, so hopefully that goes well for them. And now there's a long silence. Bye, Giyama. All right, got a poll out. Let me know how we've been doing recently. Sorry for the wait. You got a lobby? Surprised we haven't seen Brett much? Yeah, there are 2 global bans. Sorry, I didn't mention that. We are playing with each player global bans a faction, and then we have pick 1, ban 2. I had received a little bit of feedback to my previous new player tournaments. The pick 3, ban 1, and all that stuff was a little complicated, and some people just like, listen, I just want to play this faction, and I'll ban a couple I don't want to fight. So we opted for that. So Bretonia is probably getting taken out in these global bans. Probably. And I didn't mention it because I'm a stinky loser. Who are we going to watch now? I'm trying to watch Pra and Seagaz because I haven't seen either of them play before. But they aren't telling me where their lobby is. It makes me sad. Oh, I see a Pra 2 lobby. But now I need a spectator slot. Do we have Skaven at home channel? Talk about the LCS suspension? That shit's kind of weird. The orgs blow money like it's nobody's business, and then all of a sudden it dries up, which nobody could have predicted. Nobody at all could have ever predicted that spending millions and millions of dollars on a training facility to play video games wouldn't work out. And then they're like, I have the solution to this. We need to cut our academy programs so we can spend more money on imports. And it's like, wait, this is actually just going to cost you money in the long term. This is stupid. And then the players walked out. And no one was shocked. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that, though, because it sounds like the LCS is like, nah, we're not going to do anything you want us to do. If you don't like it, you can just not go to Worlds this year. Which sucks, because, like, I legitimately think we were doing okay at MSI. Like, we got shellacked by Korea and China, but who didn't, right? EU did, too. And we didn't get to do a single best of 5 versus EU. So it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll wait for Worlds to maybe see how we compare to EU, which is actually like a fair comparison, not comparing ourselves to LPL or LCK. And then now with all this, like, the owners of the LCS teams just being dumb as fuck, we might not get to see that. And it's like, all right, this is going super cool. Segos is what his name is. These are 2 short names. Even if you intended it not. Yeah. There's no guess. What the hell do I pick? Yeah. I wanted... I don't know. Like, I understand where the players are coming from 100%. Like, the LCS and owner's decision is stupid as hell. Like, I won't go into it, but there's a whole history there that just makes absolutely no sense. They, like, shot themselves in the foot, and then they were surprised that it didn't work out. Like, you know, oh, we have this academy system to raise North American players and promote them up to our teams. All right, it's time to promote them up to our teams. Let's get that $1 million Korean player instead. Okay. And then next year you go, we spent $1 million on this Korean player. We lost anyway. Now we have no money. We're behind on money. And North American players aren't getting promoted because they suck. And I'm like, what? But you never promoted any. How do you know they suck? Well, time to get rid of the academy system. It's not promoting any players anyway. You're the one not promoting any players. Nah, this academy system sucks. Can't promote any players out of it. What? What is wrong with you? Yes, you smashed the like button. Easy. Oh, we have 30 votes and everybody's telling me to shut up. What's with all the negativity? All right, Pra 2 versus Segos. You probably haven't been seeing much Ogre Kingdoms or Bretonia today because they're both very strong, but Segos is building an Ogre Kingdoms build, so it looks like it got through this pick and ban. This map should be Southern Chaos Waste. It should not be Alpine Ridge. I will message Pra that. Just making sure, because Alpine Ridge is a very different map than Southern Chaos Wastes. It's not a bad map, it's just like very different. So if your opponent is building a build for a relatively flat, medium-sized map, and they get a small map with a giant fucking hill in the middle, that's different. It's the anxiety it's spreading. For player name in Total Warhammer 3, can I use the letter AE, or will that not be allowed? I actually legitimately don't know. Just go for it, see what happens. Ogre Kingdoms are okay. I see what you did there, but I refuse to accept it. Ogre Kingdoms are not okay. They're very strong right now. I don't think they're super mega impossibly busted that you can't do anything about it, but they're definitely too strong. Could use some nerfs. In general, I will keep beating this drum, though. It's mostly healing that's the problem. Healing across the board is way too fucking strong. Except for, honestly, Vampire Counts. Vampire Counts got their healing nerfed, and everyone was like, yay! And then CA said, job done, and walked away. While Soul Stealer, Lore of Life, everything about the Ogres just watched them go and was like, alright. Also, Nablo Trappers getting bonus for infantry was really dumb. Players are setting up their stuff. It's going to be a hot minute. Rambo, why does it seem like the more I play, the more I suck? Depends. There's two problems that playing a lot can get you into. One is you get kind of bored of playing the good stuff, so then you start playing the bad stuff for fun, and then getting mad at yourself for playing the bad stuff for fun, and then it's a vicious cycle. So yeah, that can be difficult. And then sometimes if you do that for too long, then you're out of practice with the good stuff, and then you grab the good stuff, and then you play poorly with it, but you don't realize you're playing poorly with it, and then you lose, and you're like, wow, I even lose the good stuff, what the fuck? So you can kind of get into your own head that way. And two, what happened to me, why I needed to take a break for like a week, which I'm still streaming, but I'm in the middle of that break where I just stopped playing for a bit, is I was burning out, and it's not like a thing I can define, like, oh, here's how I was burning out and it's super easy to counter. I just like couldn't. It was like I would know the right decisions to do in the moment, and I would watch myself not make them and get mad at myself for not making the right decisions. Like I was playing on stream Skaven versus Blood Penguin Slanesh, and I brought 6 skirmishers. I brought 2 gutter runners and a night runner on each flank. On my right flank, he was coming up, and I thought I ordered them to retreat. I didn't. And then I got busy on the left flank, and I went over to the right flank, and they were all dead. And, like, even in that game, I was like, fuck, I don't know how I forgot an entire flank. Dude, actually, no. Here's where the burnout hit me super hard. I was playing Central Scrutinizer for ODM's tournament, and we were playing Greenskins versus Empire. I legitimately forgot a stone troll and 2 squigs in the spawn for, like, literally the entire game. I was kind of curious why army losses wasn't happening because I was getting my shit kicked in, and then I turned around and I saw, like, 3 full health units just in the back doing nothing the whole game. And he was like, yeah, I saw those, but I wasn't going to, like, stop and tell you they're there. So, I mean, burnout can hit you, and sometimes if you watch your replays as a spectator rather than, like, as you playing it, I'm sure you'll see some mistakes that you don't usually make, and you're just like, well, fuck. When did I start doing that? So, yeah. That was a long way of just saying, like, sometimes you can play a bunch and actually get worse because you're playing too much. Because this is, like, an intensive game. It's not a game that you can, like, play the multiplayer casually and do particularly well. You need to really focus. And if you're not in the right headspace for it, you can make some pretty big mistakes. I think they loaded in and realized the map was wrong. So make sure the builds don't change. I pray and hope CA buffs the effective range of a lot of this stuff. 35 meters is basically means 1 or 2 units is max in that range. Oh, yeah. So corpse carts are only able to buff an insignificant portion of the Vampire Count's army, unless they blob super hard. I did see Human Boy do an ice bath video. That looked painful. It was painful. We're back in it. Players were just on the wrong map. Shit happens. Ogres going with a nice shooty shoot build. I like this type of build a lot versus the Tomb Kings. Personally, I avoid the Sky Striders. I think they are a bit of a bait in general. They are a good unit, but usually people are bringing stuff to punish large targets, and the Sky Striders being so much money and not that much tankier. And you know you're going to heal cap them anyway, so just putting that much money in one spot for what the fuck? Weird. Because, like, your Shopty Great Bows, Sepulchral Stalkers will just shoot at the Sky Striders and get tons of value. Even if you're going to heal them, they know they have to get through all that health eventually anyway. But the rest of the build is really good. We have some Sabertusk packs. They will beat anything that the Tomb Kings have on the flanks. The Tomb Kings Horsemen are particularly terrible, and Sabertusk packs are very, very good. So those two add up to Sabertusk packs will trade well into anything. Then we have Ogre Bowls with Iron Fists, 5 Nobbler Trappers, triple Lead Belcher, and a Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw with Troll Guts and Brain Gobbler. Alright. Player messaged me that actually they're on the wrong map again, because he had a buy round, so he's reading the round 2 stuff, but he's technically on round 3. So I told him just to ask his opponent. If his opponent doesn't care, then they can go forward. Because this map is also flat, so his Segaz's Lead Belchers have somewhere to shoot. Alpine Ridge is not at all what he wanted. On the other side, for the Tomb King's wall, they figure out if they're going to reset again. We have Eyes of the Desert, Tomb Guard with Halberds, Skeleton Warriors, and Skeleton Spearmen mixed throughout. Cetra the Imperishable on horseback with a couple of his spells. I'm not sure how good Insurian's Incantation of Vengeance is against Ogres. Like, that one I just legitimately don't know. It's a spell I've been taking recently because I've seen a lot of good Tomb Kings players take it and use it versus Cavalry. But I don't know how the Ogre models really line up, right? Like, is 24 too little for it to get its full damage out, or is it just enough? So I don't know. But he has it. We have double Tomb Prints on horseback. They are also anti-large and armor-piercing. A couple Skeleton Archers, a couple of Shopty Great Bows, including the Chosen of the Gods. Who wins in a Great Bow versus Lead Belcher shootout? Probably the Great Bows. Yeah, probably the Great Bows. Alright, looks like his opponent didn't care. And we are off. This is a new player tournament, so like some of these people literally haven't played a tournament before, so that's what the map confusion was about. Like they're figuring out how to use Total Tavern, what maps they're supposed to be on, how pick and bans work all at the same time. So we appreciate anybody's patience out in the audience. Shop to Greatbow's already firing at some of the Ogre Bulls. Lead Belcher's moving up, and I do think the Ogres are in a better position to win this game. I am curious if they make some pretty critical mistakes, like Slaughtermaster getting caught up by the Tomb Princes, etc. Could be horrible for them. Which gods chose them? Anubis. The god of filth and decay. That's not what Anubis does. You don't know. Cetra and his bros, not on their chariots, just on their horses, charging with some Noblar Trappers, do pretty meaningless damage and run away. The Chosen of the Gods are continuing to spray these Noblar Trappers down, which honestly isn't terrible. I still think that they should be shooting at other stuff, but I don't know how much damage the Chosen of the Gods even do to the Lead Belchers. And if you route the Noblars kind of do insane damage in melee, so if you can just route them beforehand, then the Ogres are forced to charge into spears without any support. Like, that could be good. They're going to take a lot of punishment for it, but we'll see. Sabertooth packs lining up on the backfield here. They could just charge some skeleton armors and get some nice kills, and probably Ogre passive too, because those skeleton archers will start crumbling really quick, and then any model you kill while they're crumbling is huge for you. Sky Striders are in range now. The Chosen of the Gods and the Sporkle Stalkers both have to turn on to these guys. It looks like Cetra and the Tomb Princes are coming back to deal with them, while these Ushapti Greatbows are trying to run away. They're not going to get very far as the Sky Striders run them the fuck down. I liked his little wiggle there where he got around the halberds. That was nice. Ogres are up on damage value for now. Cetra is trying to fight with the Sky Striders. The Tomb Princes are joining him in this moment. The Shafted Greatbows will be a sacrifice for that. And the Sabertooth packs are just flooding the back line, getting all of the targets they want while the skeletons desperately try to keep up. But the Tomb King's infantry is so slow, it's very difficult to be where you need to be at the right time. Chosen the Gods get away from that murder fest. The Sporkle Stalkers are getting shot by Lead Belchers. The Sky Striders are taking a beating. Other than the Sky Striders, though, this is going very, very nicely for the Ogre Kingdoms. They're up 2,000 damage value. And Troll Guts Overcast is going to get Sky Striders out of trouble after they already killed an entire Shopti Greatbow. And what was that? It was there, and then it got canceled. Looks like it might have been Syrian's Incantation of Vengeance, but didn't quite get cast. One archer is dead. The other archer is super close to being dead. Sporkle Stalkers and the Chosen of the Gods getting torn apart as well. And Cetra and his Tomb Princes continuing to just annoy the Sky Striders, who also now get healed by a Butcher. They don't give a single shit, as both of the best healing spells in the entire game are cast on them at the same time. Lead Belchers are doing a scary amount of friendly fire to the Sky Striders. And the Sky Striders are just rolling through it. They don't even give a shit. Nice Ushapti summon on the backfield is going to harass the Lead Belchers. We'll see if the Ogre player even realizes it's happening to him. And Cetra and his lads grouping up by King Kek's Scorpion Legion. That is pretty good for them. They'll start trading effectively. I just don't know if it's going to be enough at this point, as the bounce power is already significantly against the Tomb Kings 3.5 minutes into this game. Damage value is almost 3-1 in favor of the Ogres. We saw a Massacre Tier 2 armor ability on the Ogres. I've talked about it on stream before, but I really like Ogres into the undead type factions, because you get so much army passive, like a crazy amount. In a 3-minute game, he's already cast a Butcher and then the Massacre, so he's had a Tier 3 and a Tier 2. Cetra and his Tomb Prince is getting awful low, trying to fight back against these Sky Striders. They are on some spear support, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. Halberds fading away in the distance as Noblar Trappers kick the shit out of them. Yeah, Noblar Trappers getting 700 value versus those Tomb Guard. The Summon Ushapti has killed almost an entire Lead Belcher by itself. It's just not going to matter in the end, as Cetra is down, and with his passing, so passes the era of the Tomb Kings. His army losses will hit now. Did I miss Norska Corn? No. That was a great way to use support in Sky Striders. It was pretty darn good. Chosen Gods and the Ushapti Greatbows did not have the best time. The Tomb Princes fought admirably, but they just weren't enough. They're a little overcaused for what they do, and the skeleton frontline fell apart quicker than you would ever believe. Slaughtermaster just chilled around, did what he had to. Sky Striders, 3,000 value on them. Lead Belchers, not a ton of value yet, but they had a lot of shooting left to do. They were mostly chilling. Sabertooth packs did well clearing out the backline. Noblar Trappers might have been buffed for no reason, as they already did great on the front line before, and now they do even better now. But it's an archer unit! It doesn't act like one. Checking on the bracket on the other screen. So we're mostly in the quarterfinals right now. We are right here with Sigaz and Pra2. KDW and Bavanos are fighting there. Zegzi and Galinjo fighting here. And Rusto awaits the winner of Alexander versus Guillama. Which hopefully, for everybody's sake, goes quick, because I know this first best of 3 took quite a bit. Apparently, they had some rather close games, is what Alexander was saying. But hopefully this lower bracket kind of catch up to the rest. So most likely 1, 2, 3, 4. Most likely 4 best of 3s left on the stream. Assuming that we get to cast both semifinals, because this one is lagging a little bit behind. And we're about 2 hours into the tournament. We've already completed 2 rounds, so not bad. Not bad. Game logic out here giving the Ogres the most meat, fighting factions with literally no meat. Certain Ogres are drunk lava and lived. Are you talking about firebellies? Because that's a load of shit. That is a load of malarkey and shit. I read a book called Ogres Are Stupid, and it said firebellies are just that way because they have indigestion. They say all that lava shit to look cool. Pra2 switches over to the Vampire Coast. What will do battle with the coast? What is your favorite color? What isn't a color? Yes, it is. It's just a different language, one you don't understand. All right. When's the next DLC? It's in the summer, right? So maybe August. Which one is it? Is it the Dwarves, Human, and Nurgle one? Or is it Tzeentch, Grand Cathay, and Kislev? Aggressive orange. Holy shit, Bretonia and Ogres made it through this global ban. What the fuck? Okay. I am extremely concerned for Pra2. I don't know what the coast can do against the power of Grail Knight. I would speculate more, but that would go against my principles of not providing build advice on a new player tournament. Alright, Pra is ready. Pra is a fucking Chad. Okay. I have nothing against Segos. I don't. I have nothing. I hope Pra wins this one. Let's go, Pra. Araness assaults Pite. Araness assaults Pite. Why Araness assaults Pite? Well, I haven't gotten to see her kit yet, but if this is anything like what I used to run in Warhammer 2, Araness's net, plus she has an AoE bonus to give anti-large. So I like to take Aranessa and sit there with 2 cannons and 2 mortars, and then like a shitload of polearms infantry. And if the Fey Enchantress ever tried to get involved and start mortar cinching anything down, Aranessa would just wander over, throw down a net on that bitch, and the net lowers her melee defense by like 24. And then your AoE like plus 10 or plus whatever bonus versus large onto zombie halberds that already have a pretty decent bonus versus large. Like the melee defense buff, debuff, plus the melee attack buff can actually make like basic polearms shred the shit out of the Fey. It was super funny. I fucking loved it. And if they took a flying lord like Alberic or Lewin, if he ever dove in, you could just net him and kill him. It was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, what does she have? Does she have the right stuff? Yeah, Kraken's Bane. Plus 5 melee attack, plus 8 bonus versus large. So it's like, in effect, plus 13 versus Bretonian lords. And Spearfisher's Net. That combo is so fucking good onto the Fey Enchantress. And hey, she's here. Nice. Because you can see she only has 34 melee defense. So if you like... If she's in some zombies, right, you can get that down to 10 melee defense. Zombie polearms already have 27 melee attack if you include the bonus versus large, and then she buffs them up to even more. So it was just fun. I liked it a lot. Spiteful Shot and Vangeist's Revenge. Bold spells indeed. I would probably stick with like a Vampire's Caster for some healing on the rest of your roster, but sure, whatever. We have 2 Depth Guard with polearms, one of which is the Bloody Reaver deck guard. We have a single Carronade, triple Bomber Bats. No, 2 Bomber Bats, one of which is Assault Lord Scudlers that have armor sundering on their bombs. Okay, this is so fucking Chad. This is the chaddest build I've ever seen. Then we have some zombies, including the Tide of Skuld. Zombie pirate deckhands mobs with fucking Rowdy and Frenzy. Good lord. The Black Spot and more handguns. This is entirely crazy. I don't think this coast build is going to win. It has some elements I really like. Like, I do like, actually, Aranessa here. I like the Carronade. It's good. Bombers are good here. Like, I like some of these things, but there is just a little bit too much spice in it. So I'm scared. I'm frightened. On the other side for Bretonia, I see some stuff in the woods behind me, but give me a second. 5 peasant mobs. Men-at-arms, spearmen-at-arms, 3 peasant bowmen, 2 knights of the realm. We have Zephae Enchantress, 2 paladins, and Zephae Enchantress does just have healing. She does not have dwellers below. We have 1 Grail Relic, and in the woods there's 2 dogs I missed. I missed the dogs, and 2 Grail Knights. The very best of the Bretonian Knights. They are starting to walk forward slowly. They have found some dogs. They are going to kill the dogs horrifically. The dogs need to run away. No, these dogs are committing even further to the fight, which is a mistake. The dogs should have run for their very lives, but they did not, and now they are all going to die. No, no, no. Segas is Henry? He does not have Henry. He has 2 paladins. Holy shit, he does have Henry. That's fucked up. The Bomber Bats already route some of the peasants. I will occasionally keep doing that. You can't stop me. And the handgunners and such are just trying to shoot some peasant mobs and stuff, but we'll see what they can do against these knights. The knights of the realm. Will they get shot? They are getting spearfish netted. That is something. The net is being used as a ranged tool rather than as a melee tool. I disagree with this. I think this is silly. And we get a Vangeist's Revenge onto the netted target, but it does not go down the line of the netted target. It goes across the front of the netted target. So it will not do that much damage, but it does catch some of the peasants and stuff, but it does not do very much damage, and I am very, very sad. On the other side, one of our handguns is already completely inundated with things, and these Grail Knights are coming in wedge formation. It is a Star Destroyer captain. It can destroy an entire star thing as they murder an entire handgun mob, shattering them on impact, and that whole unit is dead. More Knights rip through, more Knights hit the black spot, and that might be the end of the coast. As the Bretonians are routing in the backfield, Bats and Bomber Bats are taking care of them, but what little does it matter, because the Paladin's getting his shit kicked in by this lady. And the Tide of Skuld are given anti-large by this lady. I don't know where this action's going now, but it's really kind of going all over the place. As Grail Knights continue to pull through all of the deckhand mobs, doing tons of damage to those halberds. Have fun being a lower tier halberd versus that monstrosity. And Knights of the Realm have shut down the Carronade. Balance of power turns in favor of Bretonia, and I have to agree as the Tide of Skuld continues to beat up on the Paladin and Henry. And the Fey Enchantress tries to fight the Vampire Captain of the Deeps. Bombers are taking out their vengeance onto the Knights of the Realm, doing actually pretty good damage there. Good for them. I don't know what else can kill all of these things. The Bloody Reaver Depth Guard just getting run down by Grail Knights and Knights of the Realm at the moment. If they pop in Rage or something, they can do really good damage back, especially in Lance formation. Knights have pretty atrocious melee defense, so the Halberds can do okay there. There, the other Depth Guard there, taking a lot of damage. There's a regrowth, even overcast for those Grail Knights, goddamn. Bomber's trying to get rid of random chaff as Henry gets slapped by Aranessa on the side of the head. There's a Spearfisher's net onto the Grail Knights, but where's the follow-up? I would like these nets to be while something's already in melee. Net it there, keep it there, lower its melee stats, and chunk the fuck out of it. I'm not loving, like, the first time this was cast was out in the middle of nowhere, and they tried to do, like, kind of a cheeky Van Geist Revenge play on it, but it didn't really work out. And then the other time, they're netting them before they hit the blob. I'd rather they get it after they hit the blob. The Vampire Fleet Captain of Deeps is beating the shit out of the Fey Enchantress, which is very funny to me. And now Depth Guard are getting involved. Holy crap. Okay, if Bretonia accidentally lose their lord, this game could be winnable. And Prod 2 is up on damage value all of a sudden. Is it the wild comeback? The Bloody Root Depth Guard are continuing to fight. The Bomber Bats throwing the last of their abilities into random nonsense. Bloody Reaver Depth Guard gonna kill the Grail Relic. They are getting bombed by the Chalice of Potions. Does huge damage to them. And the Fae is surrounded by the Tide of Skuld and Aranessa. Aranessa has no net, we know that, and she's retreating from the Fey Enchantress. She should have taken that fight. She's charging back in now, so it was a bit of a cycle charge. It was a little bit of a bait. And she somehow misses that first attack. There she gets a big chunk onto the Fey Enchantress, who is now going to rout, and Grail Knights plow straight through, saving everybody from that problem as Depth Guard continue to fight the Paladin, but the Grail Knights also get through them, doing really good damage. A big Van Geist Revenge, while I wasn't looking, does decent damage to the Grail Knights, gets rid of some other stuff. The Vampire Coast has been scrapping back in this late game rather admirably. There were some good plays there. There were some good plays. There were some mistakes, but the Coast showed a bit of life. Yeah, I think that would be my feedback on this if the Coast player cares, if Pro 2 ends up watching this or something. It's just like, wait for the nets until stuff's in melee and then just use it to keep them in melee and lower their melee stats and stuff, because netting them outside of combat just wasn't really punishable by the build you brought. Jawohl. At this point, I do think it is over. I think we are just waiting. Wow, there was another Spearfisher's net. All right. The Grail Knight's down to 5 melee defense. Unfortunately, army losses hits at that time, so there was nothing really to punish that. And that is the G'est of G's. Bretonia's so nasty in the new update. Horses go burr. Yeah, they could have, like, they were okay, not amazing on the last patch. They could have used a little bit of love. I really like what they did with Lewin and Alberic. Grail Knight's definitely going way too far. Aranessa did fine. Caster did great, doing a lot of damage to the Fae. Handguns got killed instantly. Depth Guard mobs did okay. Bomber mobs did fine. Tide of Skuld got 1,000 value beating up on those single entities. Pole arms did fine. And the dogs, unfortunately, got yellowed a bit. Cannon got run down. GG. The other side for Segos. Fey Enchantress did alright. Henry and the Paladin, meh. Grail Knights, pretty good. Knights of the Realm, pretty good. And any peasant type unit did not have a glorious battle. They had a death. GG. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? So we don't have a game to go to just yet. So this is where we are at. If anyone has a game, stream is free. But yeah, KDW and Bavanos should be fighting. Zegzi and Galinjo might be getting close to done. I don't know how long Alexander and Gamma have been fighting. I don't know where they're at. So we'll see. How goes it? You can rotate spells. Oh, yeah. Alright. We have a game we can go watch after I show this real quick. What they're talking about with turning spells is 20 wins of magic, 8, 9, 10. You can just turn them. So if you wanted to go down the line that looks like that, you just go boop. And then they all die. Let's get the blocker up and go join Bavanos. Copy. Paste. In. The lobby is just called Tree. That is scary. And I have the blocker up. Yes, I do. Alright. The score is 1-0 Bavanos right now. And whoever wins this does go on to fight the guy we literally just saw, and I don't want to get his name wrong. Segos. Do you need to hold Alt as well to aim wind spells? No. You just click and hold. I am terror frightened. Dark Elves versus Skaven. We have seen this before. It did not go very well for the Skaven, but maybe this time it'll go better. He said, alarmed. I once saw a tree. It had an animal inside it. Are you talking about like a squirrel that like lives in it? All right, both builds are readying up. What's the matchup? Use case for brood horrors, character sniping and cycle charging? No. So I think brood horrors, the 1200 gold are very bad, but the mounts are very good. So when you have like a warlord or a chieftain, a warlord or a packmaster on the mount is really nice because it has a ton of regeneration and decent armor piercing and stuff, and it is fast, but it's mostly about keeping your lord safe and alive while they do battle. So that is good. If you have just the 1200 brood horror, they're not keeping anything alive. They're keeping themselves alive, which you might be like, I don't understand the distinction. The main point is I only take the brood horror lords at all is when I'm worried about unavoidable Lord Snipe, that I just, like, there's, like, the Lord Snipe is coming, you need to do something about it. Like, Nurgle, they're going to use Rancid Visitations on you. That is just a fact that's going to happen. So it's nice to have a Packmaster because then you can regenerate up. Or a Brood Horror mount so you can regenerate up. Or Dark Elves. Soul Stealer, Spirit Leech, or Fireball. One of those three things is going to be here. So it's nice to have some regen, so you don't just like, oh, that's their third Soul Stealer onto Scroll. He's dead now. Rest in peace. They're also fast, you know, so it's nice defensive. The problem with a Naked Brood Horror is it's defensive for what, right? Like, there's nothing riding the Brood Horror that you're protecting with its speed and its regeneration. You're just protecting the Brood Horror, so your enemy can just ignore it. The enemy can't ignore your Lord. The enemy can't ignore a Packmaster giving AoE regen and AoE buffs and targeted buffs to all your Molder monsters. Like, they have to kill those things and they have to fight the Brood Horror. But if it's just a Brood Horror, they're like, okay. They'll literally just let it do whatever it wants and leave it for the late game. Brood Horror goes fast, yeah. Alright, so this Skaven build is wild. It's fucking wild. I am sus as hell, but I'm here for it. We have the Mutant Rat Ogre, which is one of the worst units in the entire game. I hate it. It makes me so sad, because I want to like it, but it sucks. So we have a Mutant Rat Ogre, a single Death Runner, a Wolf Rat to run some stuff down, Storm Vermin with Halberds, Clan Rats with Spears, and Skaven Slave Spears, 2 Warp Block Giselles, a couple Rat Ogres, a single Warp Lightning Cannon, Icket's Claw, on his Doom Flare, with unlimited power, Storm Demon, Flensing Ruin, Howling Warp Gallon, Warp Lightning, and then 1 Poison Wind Globe. Yeah, just 1. For Bavanos. And a Dark Elves. We have Malice Darkblade, a very, very good Lord versus the Skaven. We have a Burning Head caster, so no Lord sniping here, but still, Burning Head's solid. It'll get rid of a front line, I suppose, but yeah. A single Hargoneth Executioner. Poison Wind Globes are salivating to try and kill these guys. Then we have some Cold One Knights, some Dark Riders, 2 Dark Shards, the Sisters of Singing Doom, Witch Elves with Terror, 2 more Dark Shards, so 4 total, Dread Spears, and Bleak Swords. Hooray, hooray. I think this Dark Elf formation is too close together versus Skaven in general. Like, this Skaven build doesn't have as much to punish it, but if the Avalanche Mortars were here, they, like, literally couldn't miss, because this build is so tight together that even if they overshoot what they're aiming at, they'll hit the thing behind it. So if Bavanos is listening in the future, definitely want to spread those out a little bit. Spread a little bit. Spread a little bit of your love for Skaven. Why bring executioners against Skavens of all races? I don't know. I'm just here for it. It's a new player tournament. They probably don't know that Hargoneth executioners are hot garbage versus Skaven. Gisele's teeing off onto Bleak Swords. They'll probably want to kill the Dark Shards and the Hargoneth executioners with the Giselles. The Warp Lightning Cannon should be shooting at either Malice or the Cold One Knights. Maybe the Sorceress of Fire, but she's on foot, and that thing sucks against stuff on foot. And the Globes will need to kill everything. I am scared the Skaven build doesn't have enough killing power. Dogs and Death Runners are going to fight Cold Knights. Neither of them are built to fight this type of unit. So maybe being in the trees will help them enough that they'll get through it. Maybe. Dogs get a free charge on the Cold Knights. The Cold Knights were just trying to move. They didn't even see that coming for them. So that could be good. Icketclaw is shooting out his shot, and it murks down the Sorceress of Fire. It was aiming for Malice, but didn't hit him. And yeah, the Dog's getting a free charge, plus the Death Runners lowering their armor down. They're actually going to chew through those Cold Knights. That is a pleasant surprise for me, being a Skaven player and all. Burning Head is going down the line on these Clan Rat Spears and the Globes. It'll do a little bit of damage, but the Globes aren't overly worried about it. Their high armor will keep them safe. Dark Elves blobbing up a bit. Thankfully, there are no Avalanche Mortars to punish them, but just if you're watching this back, these units are awful close together against a race as spooky, scary, strong as the Skaven. Those are very pink banners. They are. Mutant Rat Ogre is charging up to some Bleak Swords. It will get rid of them, but he has to be careful of standing in front of Dark Shards. Could be a bad time. And Skaven lines are attacked. We'll see how long they can hold against the Bleak Sword front line. Mutant Rat Ogre going to go fight Malice, which is like his point. I get you bringing him to dual Malice. I personally prefer Gorich or maybe a Chieftain on a Bonebreaker, but the Mutant Rat Ogre specifically, it's risky. I'm scared. I'm frightened. And a big Flensing Ruin is on to something. I can't tell if it's in the spot. No, it's following a unit that's routing, so that's going to be a mistake, because as that guy gets further away from Malice, he's going to take the Flensing Ruin with him. So that was a whoopsie. Bit of a misclick there. Mutant Rat Ogre plus... Yeah, just Mutant Rat Ogre is currently bodying Malice. We'll see how that goes for him over time. Hargan executioners have gotten into melee mostly uncontested, and Jezzails are continuing to fire, and really anything they can get their little sights on. Skaven are up on the balance of power as Ikit is fighting Malice. Malice has to transform before he takes too much damage, and he is just going to run away now as Jezzails shoot him in his dumb little bum. Goodbye, Malice. You really need to transform, though. Now could be the turning of the tide. As Gandalf once said, as, ooh, fuck, that's terrible. Golden Knights charge into the Stormvermin Halberds who are just sitting in the trees. Yeah, the Cav running into some issues is pretty big. Because I kind of assumed that they could run around and compromise these Jezzails and shut them down and stuff. Malice does need to transform. The Hargath Executioners are getting hit in the face by globes. They're having a tough time. The Firecaster gets shot by the Warp Lightning Cannon some more. She is going to rout. Mutant Rat Ogre is still following Malice around, and Army Loss is getting actually kind of close. Sisters of Singing Doom are chasing off these Clan Rat Spears, but they need to be getting into this backline. They need to be shutting down these ranged units. The Dark Elves are focusing too much on killing every single unit on the front line, rather than getting through the front line, getting to the back line, and killing everything there. Malice needs to transform before Army Losses hits, otherwise he will just get lost with the rest of the army as their caster dies. That is a big spike in the balance of power, but yeah. Dark Elf player just needed to focus more on stopping weapons team rather than killing all of the chaff that's in his way. A Brass Orb onto the Hargath Executioners should seal the deal on the Dark Elf's fate here. Yeah, because these Dark Shards are also shooting at, like, Clan Rats. Right? They need to be shooting at Jezzails. Malice transforms just in time to save the balance of power. A Warp Lightning Cannon shot even hit him in the face that might have gotten him to rout. The Mutant Rat Ogre is still fighting random Dark Shards. And Tazarkan is here, but what can Tazarkan do? Sisters of Singing Doom managed to get rid of the Poison Globes before they themselves rout. Dread Spears are also getting the Warp Block Jezzail teams, and now Dark Shards are shooting at them, doing a lot of damage. Malice is routing off the Rat Ogres, maybe prompting a bit of a comeback. The Mutant Rat Ogre does get a nice charge attack onto his little bum. His little bum. He's got to pop some of his powers, do some big damage over here. Dark Elves rallying on the backfield. Death Runners trying to make sure they don't do that, and Death Runners should be able to kill everything back. Their Army Losses is going to hit for the Dark Elves in just a hot second here. It's Reaper of Souls heals up to Zarkan and does damage to those Rat Ogres and Mutant Rat Ogres. Ikit damages himself with some unlimited power. And the Hargath Executioners take a big charge from the Mutant Rat Ogre right in the face. And he has gotten pretty good value considering he's only 1,200 gold. There's the Army Losses at last. This will go to a game 3. Bloodstorm giving him 20% damage resistance just as a Flensing Rune was going to hit, but he does FF. Ikit Claw did well, Mutant Rat Ogre did well, Warp Lightning Cannon did well, Jezzails did well, Globes did fine, Halberds did fine, Rat Ogres did fine, Death Runners did okay, Clan Rats did fine, Dogs did well. On the other side, Malice struggled really hard, so did the Sorcerer. She just got sniped out by that Warp Lightning Cannon. Hargath Executioners did okay. The front line of the Dark Elves struggled real hard. Dark Shards did okay-ish. Cav and Dread Spears also did fine. But, yeah. Some whoopsies with the Golden Knights for no backline harass, and then you just had to fight front to back against Skaven, which is kind of exactly what they want. So they were happy to keep shooting, keep throwing. Going to game 3. Dark Riders are better versus Skaven than any elite infantry. Yeah. I would agree. How do higher level players keep their important pieces safe while advancing quickly on enemies with an arty advantage, by the way? Dodging. Dodging with your single entities while artillery shoot at them is it's a pretty big skill to learn to get at like the top levels. It's really frustrating to play as Skaven in the higher levels because like your artillery just will not hit useful targets if your enemy's, also high level and doing great. Unless when full cav is bred, I had the issue coordinating with melee infantry at the same time as cav. Yeah, that's difficult. I still fuck that up. A lot. A lot. Bobanos is hovering a whole bunch of stuff. But which of it is real? We're almost at 6,000 subs. Still climbing a little bit. Little bit. $6,000 subs is a lot of sandwiches. Oh, hush. Oh, hush you. We're not talking about sandwiches. How dare you? Two mutants. Lies. Lies and slander. 6,000 subs is a lot of bottoms. Alright, these two have a long pick phase. I'm gonna go get something to entertain you silly snags. Oh, can't do that one. Looks like we have Bretonia Kislev. That might be real. Bobanos was asking me if Bretonia is banned, and I said, unless none of you banned it, I mean, if you guys didn't ban it, then it's not banned. Why didn't I just do that? Am I an idiot? Okay, does anybody want to see Thoric actually die? Sure. Let's do that while these guys figure out their builds. Next, Gottrek's ability, Heroic Fortitude, it actually goes off now. It actually heals him a little bit. Now, it only heals him a little bit, but it does go off. What does this have to do with Thoric Ironbrow? Well, I think you'll see. For a while, I have really wondered why they did make Heroic Fortitude an explosion that doesn't just target the single user. For some reason, it's an explosion that goes off, and if you're in it, you get the healing. Now, you might be seeing where this is going, but then the video title might seem a little strange to you. Well, I don't fully understand anything ever, so just wait for a second. Anyway, Thunderwolf sent this in to me, so the bug credit goes to Thunderwolf. I don't know how to recreate it. I don't know how to do anything like that. As Gotrek continues to fight with Zatan and the Infernal Guard, he starts getting low. Around 500 hit points is when his explosion usually goes off. Thoric Ironbrow, chilling at about 4,200 HP. Now pay attention to that number, because it is going to be... So that's all I had. That's all I had for distracting you from the build phase. I'm not on top of my game today. I think it's pretty official that you're getting some B tier human boy. I don't know why I'm feeling so like off and sluggish today, but I am. I can't think of anything to say. Oh god. It's all closing in on me. Gotta release your rap album before the traction stops? What rap album? Why pick Brett? Wait, no. Yeah. Why pick Brett? What they doing? They got the fade when you could have had Lewin. Boom. That's the only song on the album. It's exactly that long. Each album is worth $19.99. Only on cassette. Only on cassette. Human Boy merch when? I already have merch. I got shit. I got things. Left screen. PuppetMasterProjects.com, bruh. Go there. You can buy my shitty book. You can buy a different funny shitty book. You can buy a serious book or a shitty book. A serious book or a shitty book. You can buy a board game for $50 if you're in the US, for $75 if you're anywhere else, because shipping internationally costs like $1 million fucking dollars. $1 million. What are these things in order? Fantasy novel, pretty generic fantasy novel. I like it a lot, but it's a story you've heard before. A down on his luck rebel rises up and beats a big bad guy. It's fantasy, fun, and adventure. I think it's good. Read it. Some people have gotten it, and nobody's read it, and I just want to talk to people about it. That's all I want. Derp Deepest Kills a Guy. It's a weird little joke book. What if Harry Potter actually had fucking consequences? Because you can't throw fireballs at people and they just laugh it off and say, "Good one, Gregor." No, that kid's dead. That kid's dead as shit. So it's a picture book about this Harry Potter-ass kid killing somebody. And then Puppet Masters is Magic the Gathering, but you don't have to buy cards every 5 seconds to keep up with things. It's awesome. There's 27 playable characters, 18 decks. Mix and match the decks with your playable characters, and if your opponent picks a deck you don't like, you can play with it too, because everything gets drawn into the center and you bid for it. You bid for stuff and you use capitalism to win. It's a capitalism game, just to participate. But it's actually like, I don't know. It's not just constantly packs and stuff to get more money out of you. So I guess it's not a capitalist game? I don't know, man. If you're interested at all, you could just watch the little video that's in the fucking home screen. It's down there. It's just a little video. That's all I have. These guys are still thinking about the Bretonia mirror, so now I'm just doing whatever I can to fill the empty void between us. One Brett build is ready. I want a t-shirt. What could I put on the t-shirt that CA wouldn't come after me for? I can't put Queek on it. If I put Queek on it, they'll be like, "That's our rat!" And they'll come to my house and they'll kick the shit out of me. Sounds like you got the Rants of Visitations. Oh, I'm actually not sick, but maybe I am. Got it. Be on the way to order a mug from Australia. I want a t-shirt. We can't read, silly. We dumb. How much warpstone do you require in exchange for immersion dice? The warpstone prices are all on the website, but it's usually one big chunk of warpstone for one big chunk of useless garbage. Gotta put your rats on a Ocean Doodle. Hazel. Holy shit, actually? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Everybody shut up. So, where the fuck did I put those things? Okay. Austin, pictures. Updated when? Where's the picture of the damn dog? Why not a rat eating some hummus? That would be pretty smart. Where's that fucking picture of that dog? Do I not have it? Hold on. My Discord discussion with Grace would have it. Hang on. I know what we need to make the fucking shirt out of. This is important. Oh my god, this is it! This is the shirt! This is the shirt! Look at it! I want that on a shirt. Just the fucking confused ass dog wearing a headset. That would be such a good shirt. Look at that dog. She's confused as hell. She has no idea what's going on. She's contemplating her life. That's my office, by the way. Like that shit? Just wires everywhere. It's a disaster. All right, fat kid recess with the $5. Why not a rat eating some hummus? Because I also don't have the legal rights to hummus. Below you put Human Boy Gaming Enterprises. You might pick up the Valhalla book, Little Trail. Hell yeah. If you read it, let me know. Most of my joy just comes from talking to people about it. I wonder if the hippogriffs show up like in that one mirror in a previous tournament. Oh, maybe. Maybe. This is the world's longest build phase. I think I died. All right, both semifinals have one person in them. If you care about the bracket at this point, holy shit, both players are ready. Hurry, fast, fast, fast! Zegzi did prevail over Galinjo. We are here with KDW and Babanos. This is the last game of their best of three. Then we will follow whoever that is to go fight Segos. And, yeah. Yeah. That'll be hype. Hype, hype, hype. Did I take the blocker down? I did not. Bretonia mirror! Why weren't they banned? I think Zegzi Smurfs. I don't know. He's been around for a bit. I wish there was an audio version. Oh, yeah, my parents asked for that a lot too. I don't know how to do that. Hummus is simply ground up garbanzo beans. It is. It is. These are actually facts. It's not like Pump Wagon's loud. They are maxed out at 2. 2. You still have Malice and the Shadow King to read? Phoenix King! Garbanzo beans are chickpeas, so the same thing. Hummus isn't trademarked? Yes, it is. If you make hummus at home, you're doing something horrifically illegal and you should stop. Alrighty, what do we have? So for KDW, we have 2 Knights of the Realm, a Knights Errant, another Knights of the Realm, 1 Royal Hippogriff Knight, 2 Pegasus Knights, King Eluenlanker on his Pegasus mount. Yes, so he has less armor piercing than his Biaki mount. Henry Le Massif on the ground with Deadly Onslaught and no caster whatsoever for KDW. KDW, why don't you have a caster? Why have you done this to yourself? Then we have some Spearmen at Arms for the front line. No caster. Then aside for Babanos, we have a Peasant Mob front line. 2 Grail Knights. 2 Grail Knights, 2 Knights of the Realm? No. 1 Grail Knight, 2 Knights of the Realm, 1 Questing Knight. Then some Men at Arms, a couple Archers, a Grail Relique, the Fey Enchantress, which dwells below, and Earthblood, and 2 Paladins. Are Wood Elves good? No. No. They're not trash, but they're not good. You would buy that Hazel shirt for sure. Fine. Zegzi's way too good. The fact that he joined today is not a new player. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. Not really at RTZ, but they're fun. Oh, okay. You're talking about what else? Yeah. Make Zotes as strong as Bull Centaurs? That wouldn't honestly be the worst thing in the world, because Zotes are super fucking expensive. Anyway, I was thinking about a thing and then I forgot it. Oh yeah, the Zegzi stuff. So we hold these tournaments weekly, and every time you win one, you get a role on a Discord that's called the Bone Ripper, and it promotes you out of the... Because Rat Ogres are new players in the Hell Pit Forges, and then you get Bone Ripper if you're promoted out. So if he is too good, then if he wins this tournament, he'll get the Bone Ripper role and he can't play in any more new player events. So the system kind of tries to regulate itself, because it's really hard to like figure out who new players are, you know, because there could be someone who's played some quick battles. They've never played in a tournament, so it's their first tournament, but they could be like really fucking good off of quick battles. I don't know. It's just like, it's really hard to logistically like sit everyone down and give them a background check and determine whether or not they're a new player. It's a lot. Your stream got more viewers than the LCS College League. Did it? Did it? At one point in time or in total? Because that's kind of fucked up. Anyway, we're sitting at 69 viewers right now, so nobody leave and nobody join. Fuck, we're at 70 already. How dare you? Anyway, the Knights of the Realm and Henry Le Massif are pushing up here. Lewin and his flying corps are pushing up on the other side, and without any healing, the blue Bretonia is not going to want to grind this out. They're going to want to, like, go in there real fast, blow up some stuff, and end the game. Because they can't just, like, sit in a blob and keep earth blooding or anything. Henry Le Massif is charging into some Knights of the Realm, all by his lonesome. He's definitely not surrounded by a whole bunch of other knights who are coming up on the rear. Looks like they have some different targets for charging, so hopefully they get good damage out. Henry's getting dove on by the double paladins. The Knights of the Realm are running away over there. Some of the Bretonian knights are starting to kind of lose faith in their charge. Lewin and the Flyboys. Probably one of them's going to land on these peasant bowmen? No? Where are they going? They're just going to land on this Grail Knight? Fuck him up. Lewin might try to snipe the Fae. Looks like he is. Oh boy, we might just have a big old Bretonian monster blob and see what the fuck happens. Lewin lands. He needs to pop his Sword of Corone real soon. Dwellers Below hits 2 Knights of the Realm, doing good damage to them, but already some peasants are shattering. And all these Bretonian units are affected by the Sword of Corone, so their melee defense and their armor are going down. Knights Errant getting trucked on. Questing Knights fighting back against Henry pretty effectively. More Grail Knights are rear charging into Lewin, and already Lewin's Pegasus Knights are mega fucking doomed. Where are the Hippogriff Knights? More Pegasus Knights are hitting these Knights of the Realm in the rear, but where are the Hippogriffs? There they are. They're in here, they're trying, they're doing their best. And the Fae did get away from Lewin briefly. He's up in the sky. He somehow got out of that bird blob and just got up into the sky, but he chases the Fae, who runs away, and more Knights are piling it onto him. The blue side, their Knights are mucking up a lot of the peasants, stopping peasant bowmen and such, but I am a little worried about their staying power without magic, obviously. Questing Knights surrounding Henry, making his life miserable as Lewin continues to hunt the Fae around the battlefield. Getting another big shot onto her. She's down to half HP, and Lewin will get another rear attack over here, which means should be good for him, but actually your charge animation just makes her lurch forwards and away from him. But Lewin is a man possessed. He gives up nothing in his pursuit of the lady, but this is a different kind of lady. This is more of a creepy, scary pursuit, not like a honorable, oh, I like your morals and that sort of stuff, and I just want to get to know you better. Lewin, calm down. Calm the fuck down. Lewin's back up in the sky, and he's going back after the Fae. He's just he's really intent on that. Grail Knights are doing good. They're chilling. And as for the rest of Red, I don't know. It's kind of a mixed fight so far. Big heals in for them. Pegasus Knights still trying to fight with his questing Knights. Knights of the Realm. Not going great for them. Hippogriff Knights sniping out a Paladin in the sky. Taking them a lot longer than I honestly thought it would. And Lewin is having a ton of difficulty keeping up with the Fae. She is just zooming through these lines. Zinch sends his regards. Boo. Alright, big Hippogriff Knights back after the Paladins. They should probably be charging the Grail Knights wherever they are, I think was what the Hippogriffs would want to be doing. Maybe, possibly. Because single entities aren't exactly their strong suit, as we can see. They're taking forever to do anything in that territory. And the Fae living is going to be a huge problem. I think we'll probably get another Dwellers Below, like, right here from her, or she's just going to spam Earthbloods, not sure. Grail Knights are back in. They get a full surround on these poor Royal Hippogriff Knights. Going to do a lot of damage to them as Lewin attempts to keep them safe. At this point, that is a lot of red in that central blob, and we even get a Chalice of Potions. It could be the equalizer for the blue team, though. If that thing goes off course at all, it'll nuke down the Grail Knights, which will really fuck over the Fae Enchantress here. Nope, it actually goes deeper the correct direction, hits the fleeing blues, and stays away from the Grail Knights and the Reds. So that was a pretty big play for them. And yes, another Earthblood. This one is even overcast. Is going to give those chasing knights a little bit more health and vigor. Not the real vigor though. Like vigor is in like healthiness, not like the vigor that's actually in the game. Not that one. Not that one. At this point, I think it is doomed. Lewin's doing his best to fight back. He has a Sword of Corone and stuff. Hippogriff Knights are continuing to battle, but like wherever the Grail Knight's actual unit card is, you'll see they're quite healthy. And the blue team is not. I have no more analysis. The blue team had no healing, the red team had healing, and that just matters. That just matters. Paladins both still chilling. Faye Enchantress is somewhere. She is fine, and Lewin is just stuck right now in some spears and a bunch of knights. Not really going anywhere. Wherever the Grail Knights are, I'm sure they're having the time of their lives. There they are. So when I realized what Grail Guardians are now, but I got sad when I went to custom out and try the Crushers and realized giant rhinos got stuck more than little horsies. Yeah. Crushers can't get stuck and stuff. Hey man, you do some great content. I know you troll a bunch, but thanks for doing that. Anytime. Anytime. So Babanos will prevail and go on to the semifinals. Lewin didn't get as much value as I honestly would have thought. Royal Hippogriff Knights did very well. Pegasus Knights did okay. Knights of the Realm did eh. Knights Errant struggled. And the Spearmen at Arms did fine. On the other side, the Fae Enchantress, she did quite well. Wow. Grail Knights, the only Grail Knight that was there, did fantastically. Questing Knights also did okay. Knights of the Realm did okay. And Peasants had an overall bad time. GG. I'm the best Brett main ever. You sure are. Alright, I'm going to stay here. Because Babanos will advance to fight Segos. So we can just, since Babanos is the host, you can invite Segos here. And we will not get lost in the sauce. So I'll leave Babanos on the right side. Take away his only point, because I'm a bad person. And put Segos on the other side. Segos. Alright. You're literally my favorite. Aw. Aw, that's nice. Aw, that's nice. Somebody's my favorite. I didn't have lunch and our energy's dipping. I'm gonna go get some sugar water. Okay. BRB. I am back. Alrighty. First semifinal is about to begin. It will be glorious. I will message Zegzi and ask him about the things. Zegzi. Okay. So I've instructed the other semifinalists that I know exists, saying, hey, start your semifinal when you get an opponent. Don't wait for stream, but do send me replays no matter what. You send me the replays, so win or lose, I'll get them from the same source. Yeah. Okay. Skaven Slave only tournament when? I don't know. Isn't this kind of a Skaven Slave thing? Oh, wait. You're talking about not my rank on the ladder. You're talking about, like, the unit, the Skaven Slaves. That would be a long fucking tourney. You're also my favorite Total War streamer, even though you said you would beat me up at one point. Sadly, I have to go to bed now, as I have to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Bye, Lil Trill. Thanks for saying that we're your favorite. I don't know how to respond to that because I'm an awkward individual, but I propose a toast of cranberry juice. You're in semifinals? Yes, you are. We are right here. Sigos versus Bavanos, Zegzi versus Blank between Rusto and Alexander, and then finals. So we'll cast this live, we'll cast this through replays most likely, and finals. Yeah, I get that now. I thought you meant only Skaven Slave level players that are on my Discord, because we have a rank for that. And I was like, what the fuck? Remember to walk the girlfriend. Thanks. We actually did walk Hazel right before the stream, so that's kind of funny, but yeah. I think they're just doing picks and bans right now. All right, hang on. This better be what I think it is. Oh, hush. Ah! Why are you loud? Damn it. Yeah, I don't know how to mute that thing. Damn it. I was gonna play the world's hardest game while these guys do their picks and bans. Remember to tow the old ball and chain? Nah. It's not ball and chain. Human Boy Gaming. I wish I could play the world's hardest game, but not with audio. Because that would be good. Yeah, I can mute it. Yes. You don't know what you're getting into? Fuck you. I know exactly what I'm getting into. All right, let's make it large enough so that you can see what the hell. I'm figuring out how to do stuff. Layout. So then cropping. We can crop the top. Oh, fuck. Too much. Too much. Too little. Too much. There you go. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright, bottom. Good enough. Right. Good enough. Left. Good enough. Sick. Alright, now that it's smaller, we can make it bigger. Aha! Now the problem of what to do during build phases is gone. I am a genius. I am a mega genius. Okay, and then I'll move it down so you can see the fails thing. Let's fucking go. I remember playing this a lot in middle school and fucking shit. Okay, wait. Aha! Fuck you. I muted you already, you dumb asshole. Collect all the coins. No. I'm not gonna do that. No. You can't make me. No. I'm not gonna. The fuck you gonna do about it? Nothing. Damn it. Cheating bitch. Oh, what? But now I'm over here? This is stupid. This game sucks. I don't like it. Ogre Kingdoms versus Norska? Is that really what we're doing right now? Give me that. No! Damn it! You fuck. Nope. Shit. 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 Nope. Alright, slow down. Just slow down. Okay. So then I can follow this one up, go back down. Right? Now follow the other one up. And alright, we're good. We're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. Chilling. Go over here. Follow it up. Go back down. Follow it up. Get that one. Go back down. Go over here. Follow that one up. Go back down. Don't too soon. I'm stupid. This isn't even that hard. I'm just dumb. Being dumb is definitely a detriment. Okay, now follow that one up. Don't be dumb this time. Oh, almost was. Not quite. All right, and then we get in here. That's easy. I can almost guarantee you'll fail. Fuck you. This is a good ad. I would pay so much money for black screen right now. You have no idea. Okay, what are we doing? Right. Right. This one is the one you can almost guarantee I will fail. This one's easy as fuck. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Ah, there we go. Easy game. Easy game, easy game, easy game. No, you cheater. Oh, but now that, god damn it. Get that stupid yellow one again. All right. So I'm having a problem that this game is actually too easy. And it's causing me to make mistakes. Jump, fuck. No. Okay. Damn it. Go. Go. Easy game. Hit. Damn it. Too early. Oh, zip. Yes. Yes. Go, 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 go. Oh. Go. Get it. Nice. Okay. So we need to stay on the inside. Stay on the inside. Oh, you. All right, players are ready. I'm definitely totally paying attention. I am so ready. Okay, how do we get out? How do we get out? Hello? Get fucked! Wait, oh, this doesn't count as the ending. Lame. Okay. We'll get back to this later when I feel like it. Ogres versus Norska! Now that I'm going to stream, I want to give a shout out to Strat Game. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you give a Strat Game anything? No. He's usually hanging around in the chats helping people out, so that's a good shout out. Strat Game's a good guy. If I had a penny for every time I said damn it too early. Spirit, that was pretty good. Look at the damage value on those blue circles. It is quite large. Ogres versus Norska. This is actually a quite popular matchup recently because Ogres are very strong. They are probably S tier. Definitely A tier, probably S tier. Like, I don't think anybody could argue them lower than A in any capacity. Norska is one of the few factions that actually counters them okay. They do all right. Plague of Rust is very strong. Javelin throwers are quite strong. Skinwolves and dogs very good against ogres in general. So, yeah. S-tier factions can still have counters, and this is one of them. We'll see if Segos can pilot his way through it. For the Ogres, we do have one Lead Belcher. The Sky Striders Crushers ROR, plus another regular Crushers. Actually, these guys have Iron Fists. Interesting, don't see them very often. 4 Saber-Tusk packs, the Slaughtermaster of the Great Mob with Healing and Brain Gobbler. And then some Gnoblars, Gnoblar Trappers, and a couple of Ogre Bulls for a little bit of monstrous infantry presence. On the other side, Marauders and Marauder Champions from Bavanos. Jesus Christ. That is a lot of lads. That's 4 Marauder Champions, 3 basic Marauders. Wulfric the Wanderer on foot with, like, everything in his entire kit. And then a Skinwolf Werekin. Firecaster with Burning Head. Wait, Fireball and Flamestorm. Interesting. And then an Armored Skinwolf. 2 Armored Skinwolves, 2 Norskan Ice Wolves. I am terrified that this build is not going to work. Can we get a game where you push a turret uphill for hours as a dung beetle? I think Total War Pharaoh comes out next week. I don't have early access to that. Gnoblar Trappers might be what wins for Ogre Kingdoms. Maybe. They're going to be pretty good into this build. No Burning Head to clear them out or anything. I am worried that the Marauder Champions will just get ground down by cycle charging from our 2 Crusher friends here. Oh, wow. What do the Iron Fists look like? That's what you consider a shield? Jesus. Barely covers any of you. Anyway, I do think that this Norska build is probably just too low agency. Like, they're going to get all their infantry together, they're going to walk at the Ogres, and they're going to get cycle charged to death. Keep playing hard game. I will when there's more build phases. Oh, trust me, they're coming. Uh-oh. The timer is counting in slow motion. That does not bode well for our chances of survival. Okay, now we're starting to book. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas as these Marauders run forward. Marauder champions follow them. And they run straight through that fence without even breaking it. Okay, alright. Immersion room. Dogs and skinwolves do charge straight onto the Noblar trappers, and that will go okay for them until they get countercharged by Saber-Tooth packs, but it looks like Bavanos is not going to let that happen. He is going to fall back rather swiftly. Wolfric and the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire being left behind could be a problem later on. And the Marauders have almost gotten to the Noblar trappers before they died. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ogres plowing through some more Marauders. And a big countercharge from the Ogres. The Sky Striders are going to make short work of the Skinwolves, armored or not. Skinwolves do not really like fighting Crushers too much, 1v1. They usually kind of want to outnumber them by being cheaper. Saber-Tooth packs are going down. Now a Sea Fang from Wolfric cuts down 2 Noblar Trappers, doing actually a lot of damage to them as more Crushers, these ones with the Iron Fist, plowing the Marauder Champions, taking out about a quarter of their HP on the charge. More Skinwolves trying to join in as Saber-Tooth packs chase Marauders away, and the Sky Striders making short work of these Skinwolves and the Norskan Ice Wolves getting pushed back, but Marauder Champions have rejoined the fight to help the Skinwolf Werekin out just a little bit. Just a little bit. A quick Flamestorm is eating up Noblar Trappers. Didn't see that getting cast, but it is happening. It's even going away from the Marauders. I was a little worried that a Flamestorm would randomly go into their own lines and fuck them over pretty hard. But it looks like that's not going to happen just yet. Norska is slightly up on damage value, though we do have an overcasted Troll Gut's going to help the Sky Striders out in this tough situation. They are not enjoying sitting in these Marauder Champions. They do have to cycle charge a bit more, so they are going to run away now. And a Fireball even goes for them just to lower their healing a little bit, give them that on-fire debuff thingy that lowers healing by an unstated amount that I don't know offhand. Crushers are getting eaten alive by these armored Skin Wolves with a little bit of infantry support. I'm kind of surprised how well those Skin Wolves are doing, even without javelins helping them. Huh. Oh yeah, we have Lead Belchers. I forgot you guys existed. How are you doing? Okay. They try to kite away from these Marauder Champions. They are faster if they get actually far, far away. Saber-Tooth packs and Noblar Trappers trying to fight. Wolfric the Wanderer and his Skinwolf Werekin are handling those rather effectively. These Crushers with the Iron Fists are missing 3 of their 12 models, but if they can get a Butcher healing or the Troll Guts overcast healing, they will be fine. If they are forced to fight for too long on this low of HP, they'll start to struggle. Balance power is about even, maybe slightly Norska favored, and the damage value is about dead even. Skinwolf Werekin gets a Dismember onto him, though. I hope the Ogres have a lot of army passive saved up if they're using the tier 1 army ability onto a random Skinwolf guy when their Crushers with Iron Fist desperately need a tier 3 army ability. So hopefully, for your guys' sake, you're rolling an army passive. As already the Sky Striders have almost heal cap, that makes me think that they just got a Butcher recently and it's on cooldown. They charge back into the Skinwolf Werekin and they will beat his ass if he's unsupported. Saber-Tooth packs and the Crushers still trying to hold back the last of these rallying Skin Wolves, and they're going to start losing models. Yeah, they're down to 6 out of 12 already, and now they're just sitting in Marauder Champions, so a little brutal there. The Sky Striders abandon fighting the Skinwolf Werekin, and they go to kill the Shaman of Fire, which does not often work. Typically, Ogres tend to surround infantry-sized characters and then stand around hoping that someday they'll do something. Lead Belchers firing at point-blank range into these Marauder Champions who are grouping up around the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. But yeah, we have Crushers routing, Saber-Tooth routing. Crushers and Saber-Tooth trying to kill these 2 heroes over here. And Norska ain't looking too hot, but neither are the Ogres. Everybody's taking a lot of damage as the Lead Belchers are even going to shoot the Skinwolves on their way into the party. I still think the Lead Belchers should be focusing mostly on these Marauder Champions and help their Slaughtermaster out a little bit. Big Flamestorm is hitting the Crushers, doing decent damage, but that Skinwolf Werekin is actually tearing them limb from limb at the moment. 1,600 value on that guy. Lead Belchers continue to shoot at these Skinwolves. Looks like he's not overly concerned about the Marauder Champions. I guess in the late game, if he routes off everything that's mobile, he can just kite these guys. So maybe that's where his focus is, really. Sky Strider's taking another fight with Footrick. They are losing it. More armored Skinwolves get in there. Kill them. Fireball coming for the Lead Belcher. Don't know how much damage that's going to do. They killed 1 model. Honestly, more than I thought it would do. Crushers have returned. Crushers are going to die to that Skinwolf Werekin, who, again, is just kicking tons of ass. Kicking so much ass. You're watching the stream 3 minutes, fine. Thought you're still playing that game. I was not. Lead Belchers are firing now at the Marauder Champions that are right in front of them, but they're partially in melee combat, so they do need to actually back off. But I don't think they've realized that those Marauder Champions did penetrate the front lines. Skinwolf Werekin dives in. He's going to complete the snipe onto the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw, and once this guy routs, this game is over. Because there's no way he comes back. Without him, the Ogre's leadership will just falter into nothing. We have a couple Noblar Trappers, some Ogre Bulls rejoining the fight. And these Lead Belchers still have a lot of love left to give, but they have just been, unfortunately, forgotten in battle with the Marauder Champions. Skinwolf Werekin did finish off the Slaughtermaster. He's now running for his life, and army losses will hit the Ogres. Slaughtermaster did okay. Sky Striders did fine. Crushers with the Iron Fist did okay. Lead Belchers did fine. Ogre Bulls did well. Saber Tusk Packs, well. Noblar Trappers also did fine. So yeah, must have just been a lot of healing out of Norska from all their Skinwolf type units. Wolfric did well. Skinwolf Werekin did incredibly nicely. Really liked that. Skinwolf armored versions did okay. Marauder Champions actually put in some decent work. Firecaster did fine. And Ice Wolves did fine. GG. GG. All right, Bavanos has a point. And we should be back at it. Yep. All right. So what? I got all the coins already. I just have to get to that other one? Okay. You fucker. Okay, at least I got a checkpoint. You bitch. You asshole. Okay, so now we're here. Next level. Okay. Damn it. Didn't realize that was there. I thought I had to get in a hole like that one. And where are you coming down? There we go. Checkpoint. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Damn it! I thought I was supposed to wait there. Fuck. Okay, this was a long time to go without a checkpoint. I see, I see. Right. There we go. I need to get to like the middle of this one? Yeah, I do. Alright, checkpoint. Easy. Weep. Oh, you absolute hussy. There we go. Where am I safe over here? Not there. Not there. On this screen, we have Greenskins versus Vampire Coast. This is usually the battle of a lot of bats versus a lot of archers. We'll have to see how these two players want to do it. Where is the safe point on that side? I'm watching it. It's like the middle. Oh, okay. Yeah, right there. Okay, then where am I going for? There. Okay. And the next safe point is like right here. And the next safe point is like right here. Oh! Oh shit, that other one's going the other way. Okay, hold on, I gotta think. So then... safe right here. Okay, this is stressful. What the fuck? Okay, and then this is safe. And I gotta get back into that thing. And then I gotta think. Okay. And I gotta get back into the thing. No, you fuck! Oh, I was there, man. I was there. I was there. Liars, cheaters. Absolute slanderous fucks. Damn it. Go. Vampire Coast is ready. Alright. Easy game, easy life. Don't get dizzy? No, you. I am a master at this game. You can change the player color on the menu? I'm not going back to the menu. You're just trying to trick me. Oh, fuck. Okay, wait. This isn't what I thought it was. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Alright. Damn it! You pieces of shit. Okay. Alright. Checkpoint. Easy. Easy. Meep. Then we go around again, see if that remembers the checkpoint, so I don't have to do that first coin again ever. Greenskins are ready. We need to get into the game. Just go for it. Alright, we died. I'm focused. I'm focused as hell. Boom. Greenskins versus Vampire Coast. The Vampire Coast did not bring a bunch of bats. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. They have depth guard. What the fuck is going on? I am playing the world's hardest game whenever we're in a build phase. The weapon strength in those blue circles is insane. Yeah, they keep just deleting all my guys. It makes me sad. I will always focus up when the game is actually going. Mark my words. Alright, Zegzi and Alexander are fighting on the bottom bracket if you care. So we have our top four. Sigos, Bavanos, Zegzi, and Alexander. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Oh, his spells. The greenskin build looks very familiar to me. This looks a lot like one of my builds. Now, I have goblins instead of orc boys. I think orc boys are literally detrimental. Even if you have the money, I don't think you should upgrade to orc boys because you charge less fast off of them. But that's just my opinion. So we have 4 squig herds, 5 orc boy. Okay, there's some big uns in here. That gets a little complicated. I'll wait for them to be set up. Coast also took a very different approach to this than I'm used to. 2 depth guard, a bunch of zombies in the front line, including 1 depth guard with polearm, so 3 total depth guard. Bunch of zombies, 3 bombers. We have the black spot zombie gunnery mob ROR with the handguns. Lamps Revenge, Stabby Crabbies, the Morngul Haunter, okay, and Count Noctilus with his summon and Kishinheck. Alright. The Morngul Haunter, I was just wondering if he had like any of his abilities or anything, but no, it looks like he's just a butt-naked Morngul Haunter. You know, aside for the Greenskins, we have 3 Skirmish Cav, one of which is the Spider ROR with regeneration and better stats, and then just a Goblin Wolf Rider and a Spider Rider. We have 4 Orc Boar Boy Biggins with their anti-large and armor piercing, 4 Squig Herds, a front line of Goblins, Orc Boys, Orc Boys, Orc Boys, the Ache Peak Loons, Night Goblins, Fanatics with the Spinning Loons and Unbreakable, Orc Boys, Orc Biggins. So there's only 1 Biggin. Gotcha. And then Wurzag, the best lord in the whole game. I love him. He is perfect in every single way. I love Wurzag. So cool. With a lot of his kit, plus Fists of Gork for some magic damage in case of Sirens, and here we go. Just for a really big plus 40 melee attack boon. Alright, bye Knighthood. Goblins. Looking at these 2 builds, I am very confident that the Greenskins are going to win this. But Hema Boy, didn't you say this is similar to a build you take here? Yeah. Don't you think that might be biased? No, fuck you. But also, just actual analysis, I am very scared for this Vampire Coast build. You don't want to fight the Greenskins, especially Greenskins with Wurzag, in a straight up melee brawl, and 3 Depth Guard are just going to go fight them, so I worry the Greenskins with Squigs and like an effective spell rotation from Wurzag are going to just slam through this front line really easily. I think the Murgle Haunter is a bad unit. I just generally hate it. So I think this build is inefficient, but also, even if